This holiday season, Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. It's perfect for all ages. Join us December 11th through 14th to celebrate the 20th annual Nutcracker Spectacular, presented by the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin. Tickets on sale now. Get them online at nutcrackerspectacular.com.
Now the sights and sounds, Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live back on Westlake's campus as we welcome you inside the Plains Capital broadcast booth. Joe Taylor alongside Johnny Rogers. A good one tonight for the regular season finale. It's Dripping Springs and Westlake, seeding, pride, and a little playoff magic as well. The winner of this game will host a playoff game. The loser will actually have to go on the road for the Bi-District Championships, Johnny.
Yeah, and if you look at both teams, they're very similar in their makeup. Both defenses, very bend, don't break, keep everything in front. And for Westlake, you got to get off the field on third down.
And a guy that doesn't bend nor break, it's Ricky Doyle back in familiar surroundings down on the sidelines. Ricky?
Yeah, hey guys, good to be down here. I'm no former Westlake quarterback, but I'll do my best tonight. And you guys nailed it. Plenty to play for both of these teams in this one. For Westlake, for both teams, a chance to be second place in the district with a win. And guys, we know Tony Salazar likes to beat Dripping Springs.
Absolutely. Obviously, the alma mater, and it goes a little deeper. We'll get into that in a moment. But first, our starting lineups powered by Favor and presented by HEB Now. Will Hesse and Marlo Frederick are the tackles. Jackson Cook and Van Oates are the guards. The center is Will Twarnowski. Jack Newhouse, Rhett Jenkins, Braden Riddell, and Lawson Grimes are the receivers. For quarterback, Reese Wise, and running back, Jaron Lopez. Defensively, Colin McClune, Austin Knapp, they are the defensive ends. Jack Burnham and Alex Kahn are the tackles. Mason Laster getting a second straight start, and Rhett Henry, the linebackers. Colton Fuhr and Miller Bragg are the corners. Thompson Bennett and Hayes Broadhead, along with Eric Abraham, back in the starting lineup for the safeties. Offensively for the Dripping Springs Tigers, a team that likes to pass the football, and they're led by a very good offensive line. Hudson White Knight along with Holden Yeldell, they are the tackles. The guards are John Alt, a returning starter, along with Braxton Jones, and the center is Croft Connor. Cooper Reed, we thought may not play. We thought his season was done. Not the case. He will start tonight. Merrick Bloomgren opposite him, along with Bobby Wilkinson, James Montgomery, and Chase Ames, the quarterback. Junior having a heck of a year, just over 1,800 yards passing, along with Jason Goda. Pretty good. It's actually Jason Goda, the senior running back. Will Wright, along with Major Bethridge, are the defensive ends. Jackson Saphir, the nose guard. Miles Kennedy, Colton Hansen, along with Dylan Brasher and Kyle Daniel. They are the four linebackers as Dripping Springs runs the 3-4. Corners are Malachi Igaro, Liam Lawson, Gage De Los Santos, and Colton Tripp. We'll take a quick timeout as the national anthem kind of surprised everybody. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
It only takes a second for a routine drive to turn into a life-changing collision. Whether it's a car, motorcycle, or distracted driver behind the wheel, the impact can be devastating. At Thomas J. Henry, we know what that moment feels like, and we know how to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. From the first call to the final verdict, our team is by your side every step of the way. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
We welcome you back. Thomas Henry High School football live as we're back at home for the Westlake Chaparrals, deep in the heart of Austin, Texas. Joe Taylor, Johnny Rogers, Ricky Doyle down on the sidelines. Our statistician is Gene Jacobson. And of course, taking care of all the visual images, the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew, 25 of the high school's finest in the fine arts department, bringing you all the sights and sounds. If you're seeing the image, seeing the replay, seeing the graphics, it's all them. We're just providing the audio. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here for the regular season finale. Both of these teams are already playoff bound, securing their spots. You're looking at the representatives of 6A Division II playoff bracket, where Westlake and the Dripping Springs Tigers. The Tigers come in with an 8-1 record under the direction of Galen Zimmerman. Zimmerman in his 12th season at Dripping Springs with an overall record of 127-54, 70% winning percentage. His 11th as head coach here at Dripping Springs, and of course last year the team going 8-4. They're 8-1 right now. The only blemish, the 14-7 loss to Lake Travis. That was at home technically because Lake Travis has been calling Dripping Springs home, but it was homecoming. So Lake Travis playing the spoiler for both Dripping Springs' homecoming game and Westlake's homecoming game as the perennial district champions here. So Westlake will receive the opening kickoff as our coin toss, brought to you by HEB Now and powered by Favor. We thank all of you for joining us here, as that is Leighton Smith. Our referee, our umpire is John Padenberg. Jason Walker, the head linesman, the line judge Aiden Smith, the back judge Dan Renfro, the field judge is Drew Parker, and the side judge is Jason Pratt. Operating the game clock up in the booth, David Pollard. The 25-second play clock, Doug Duke. So Leighton Smith will be calling balls and strikes, as they say. And let's hope it is nothing like the Bowie contest from a couple of weeks ago where we had 25 penalties called in that game. But nonetheless, we've had Leighton Smith before. Good crew. Speaking of good crews, got to shout out to the crew that put this on. It's the Kick It and Win It promotion powered by Covert Bee Cave and the Covert Auto Group. Take a look at Griffin Russell. This is a freshman kicking a field goal. He missed the one for the car, but got the one for the $1,000 scholarship. Unbelievable from 25 yards out. That's Griffin Gressel, $1,000 from Covert Bee Cave. Shout out to Dan Covert, Stacy Boyd, and the whole team, and of course the entire Covert family for making that happen before the game. Nice job, Griffin.
Yeah, Coach Salazar might want to keep tabs on him in a couple years.
No doubt.
You're going to need some new kickers out there eventually.
Ian French will kick it off here for Dripping Springs. He'll kick it deep. And it'll back up the would-be returner, and it'll be out of the back of the end zone here. Wind not necessarily going to be a problem. It is a warm night here in November, hovering around 79 to 80 degrees. It'll get cooler. Didn't see too much wind affecting pregame practice, but it'll be the Westlake offense first. And Johnny, I think you'll agree, this is the drive to set the tone of the ball game. Obviously, we know both of these teams are built by their defense. It's the offenses that are going to have to come to play tonight. Reese Wise has a chance to do just that.
Yeah, Reese comes in with about a 69% passing percentage, and they need to get him off into a good rhythm. He likes to, if nothing's open, he might pull it down, run the ball, but you want to see him get some easy passes, players in spaces, and get down the field.
It'll be, if those 3-men up front can get to him on the first play, it'll be a handoff straight up the middle. Not much there, a couple of yards out to the 27-yard line for Jaron Lopez. So it starts as we kind of expected. But it's Chase Broadhead that actually gets the carry. Saw the 6, but it's actually 16 that got the carry. So Chase Broadhead doing the first series here instead of the listed starter, Jaron Lopez. We know a lot of guys can run that position. A back on either side of Reese Wise. On second down, they send Chase out to the flat in motion, looking to throw that direction. Here comes the rush, and he is drilled. Reese Wise down on the field. Once again, the play covered well in the back end, and with that, a huge sack. And it looks a lot like Lake Travis. And the ball going all the way back to the 21-yard line. A big loss and a big tackle there by Will Wright. Reeses didn't see anything open, and actually Miles Kennedy was the first one there to hit him. So Miles Kennedy actually with the credit on the sack, the pressure applied by Will Wright. So it's 3rd down and 14. 4 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Wise looking to step up, has time, fires. That is a bullet to the 35-yard line and inches away from a first down. The sliding catch made by Jack Newhouse. And they're going to go up and eyeball this. And if you're Westlake here, you want to set a tone after that sack, you pick up 13 of the 14 yards needed. You convert here and rely on your defense to play on a short field.
Yeah, big decision for Tony Salazar. They're about 1 yard out. Need to come out, get this first down, and set the tone.
Nagaro is almost offsides. They're going to run it with Reese Wise. Wise is not going to get there. Just a straight quarterback power, and he lost a yard there. Huge turnover on downs. Once again, not much there in the hindsight. You had a good lead block, but fighting through it, getting by the center is Major Bettridge, and the 5'10", 235-pound junior makes Westlake pay on 4th and 1. They don't get it. So with that, the Chaparral's thrown into the fire here on defense.
Yeah, Major Bettridge, with a major hit on that play. Westlake letting Reese Wise run with the ball. Did not work out.
So with that, Westlake kind of thrown into the fire here under the junior first-year quarterback Chase Ames. He'll have 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation looking to hand off to Goda. Jason Goda comes in with just over 364 yards and 7 touchdowns as he picks up 4 yards for the effort, making a gain of 3 to the 30-yard line. It'll be second down and 7. 2 wide receivers to the right of Ames. Ames again, now on the play action, looking to roll out, fires downfield, has Merrick Goldman. He's wide open for a touchdown. He beat Miller Bragg off the jump, and just a huge turn of events for the Westlake Chaparrals as they get burned on the second play from scrimmage on a rollout. Miller Bragg got beat. Beautiful route there by Merrick Bloomgren. Touchdown, Dripping Springs.
Yeah, it looks like Dripping Springs just did a little hitch and go, and Miller Bragg got caught looking in the backfield. Wide receiver just slips right behind him. Good for a touchdown.
So with that, you'll see French come on. It's a gain of 30 yards on the score. And with that, a good snap and a good hold, and French knocks it through. 9:59 after the perfect start for Dripping Springs. They get the turnover on downs on 4th down and inches, and then they go right down the field and score quickly. Miller Bragg getting some instructions there from his coaches. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Texas High School football.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
When an 18-wheeler hits, nothing else matters. The damage is massive. The injuries are life-changing. Trucking companies move fast to protect themselves. You need a law firm that moves faster. For over 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has taken on the biggest trucking companies in Texas and won. Because in cases this serious, experience isn't optional, it's everything. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Well, with that, Ian French is going to kick this one out of the back of the end zone. The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive. 2 plays, 33 yards after the turnover on downs. Chase Ames fires his 29th touchdown of the season to Merrick Bloomgren. And for Bloomgren, that is his 5th touchdown reception of the season. And Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live. Again, we welcome you back. Westlake down 7-0 in their own place, as everything that they tried to go right in the first possession of the game went wrong. They turned the ball over on downs on their side of the field. 33 yards later, Dripping Springs is in the end zone. So with that, first down and 10, 3 wide receivers to the left of Reese Wise with a back to his left. And they're going to look on play action, trying to throw it out here to the flat, turning upfield across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. The catch made there by Braden Riddell as he completes the pass. And it's good for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. Brasher, leading tackler on the team, the man that was there first to tackle Riddell. So 2nd down and 7. 9.5 minutes to play opening quarter. Down 7-0. Westlake trying to fight back. Man in motion here is Riddell to the left side. Now running that direction. Let's see if there's some room. Good tackle there as Reese Wise able to excel to the 30-yard line. Once again, everybody helping out in run support. You're starting to see why Dripping Springs only allows 9.7 points per ball game. Very good at getting to the football.
Yeah, Dripping Springs has they're really good at pursuit. They're very good at getting east-west. If Westlake wants to get down the field, they got to go vertical.
2 wide receivers each way. Ball on the left hash. Another 3rd down and long situation. 3rd and 5. A check with me situation here as all the principals and even 4 of the 5 offensive linemen stand up. Make sure they have the coverages right. On 3rd down and 5, here's the snap out of the gun. Reese with tons of time. This one's caught for a first down. It's right at the marker. And a good catch by Rhett Jenkins, who does it right in front of Malachi Agaro, the 6'3", 180-pound senior headed to Yale. A gain of 7 yards and right at the marker out to the 37-yard line. First down, Westlake.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there. It's good to see Reese get into a rhythm. They're going to need him all 4 quarters here.
First down and 10. 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Now in the play action, Reese going to keep it himself. good on the quarterback keeper on the misdirection. Gets out to midfield, finally brought down. Agaro's the man that finally hog ties him down at the 49-yard line in Dripping Springs territory. Good misdirection there, and it got Reese some running room on the outside.
Yeah, he was a little misdirection. He was able to get vertical down the field. You had some really nice downfield blocking by Jack Newhouse, number 89 on the outside. Sprung Reese for a couple extra yards.
So with that, a gain of 14 yards. Agaro on the tackle, 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation, 1 to the left. And again, on the play action, Reese looking to throw the middle of that pass, caught by Newhouse. And again, good gain on first down as they pick up a first down to the 36-yard line. And the chains move again, and this is the Westlake offense we've come accustomed to seeing, not the group that came out to open the ballgame.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. Dripping Springs very much a bend, don't break kind of defense. They're going to let them take those passes.
With that, again, on the play action, Reese going to run. Going to get a couple of yards inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gain of 3, it'll set up 2nd and 7. Again, good run pursuit there on the quarterback keeper by Reese Wise. You see it here, just fighting through it. Man, Bettridge has been a part of literally every play on the tackle of Reese Wise. Having a heck of a game already out of that defensive end spot, the 5'10", 235-pound junior. 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation, 1 to the left for Reese Wise. A back on either side on 2nd down and 7. On the play action, looking to throw quickly, and there's going to be a flag here as lots of contact at the 21-yard line. Rhett Jenkins got a step on the Dripping Springs defender in the middle of the field. I believe that was Gage De Los Santos, the 5'10", 165-pound junior, and this one's going to get 15 and a first down.
Yeah, Dripping Springs is really lucky that he made that pass interference there, because if Rhett Jenkins catches that ball, it's taken to the house.
15 yards, first down.
So Leighton Smith, you can see it here, just a beautiful play action off a no-step drop, and yeah, contact out of the route. Jenkins was there. De Los Santos picks up the penalty, takes the ball down inside the Raising Cane's red zone at the 19-yard line. 7-11 left here in the first quarter. Westlake on their second drive, trying to answer the quick drive by Dripping Springs. Favorable field position for the Tigers on the 30-yard touchdown by Merrick Bloomgren. Now, handoff going to Sebastian Alt, his first carry of the night, driving forward for a couple of yards down to the 17. You can see on the replay here, really trying to sell the misdirection the other way. Lawson Grimes picked up his block on the outside, and I have a feeling that if Sebastian had made that cut, there might have been another bit of room out there as Rhett Jenkins kind of got overpowered there in the middle of your screen. 2 wide receivers to the left of the formation, 1 to the right, tucked in tight on the slot. They send Jenkins in motion here on 2nd down and 8. Back to pass, now going to roll. Wise going to throw back. Wide open is Rhett Jenkins. No, it's Braden Riddell. Riddell into the end zone. Touchdown, Westlake. Oh, my goodness. Little misdirection to the left. Throwback to the right. What have we been saying, Johnny Rogers? Get Reese Wise out of the pocket. Good things happen. Touchdown, Westlake.
Yeah, that was a great play call by Kirk Rogers, the offensive coordinator for the Westlake Chaparrals. Get Reese out of the pocket, on the roll, misdirection, throw back to the other side of the field. Touchdown, Chaparrals.
Oh, beautiful ball right there by Wise, even in the teeth of the big pressure that he was under on that left side. 6:28 to play here, opening quarter. We're tied at 7. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Lesson on what makes a burger mighty fine. Well, you got to start with a quarter or a half pound of daily ground all-natural Angus beef, and it's all about variety. You pick yellow, white, red, or heck, all of them. They've got options as wide as the Texas sky. Add some fresh-cut crinkle fries and a hand-dipped Bluebell milkshake, and that, my friends, is a lesson on being mighty fine.
And that's mighty fine.
KXAN weather powered by A+ Federal Credit Union. A little hot, a little humid in November, but nonetheless, a good game thus far as the Chaparrals get back on the board for their first touchdown drive. The M. Robinson Fine Jewelers scoring drive. They go 75 yards in 8 plays, capped by a brilliant touchdown pass from Reese Wise. A gain of 17 yards on the score to Braden Riddell, and for Braden Riddell on the receiving end, that is his 3rd touchdown reception. And for Wise, that is his 13th touchdown pass. Nolan Bartley kicks this one out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. And now the length of the field, the Dripping Springs Tigers will have to go. A little bit different story. Instead of being on the 33-yard line in Chaparral territory after the turnover on downs, now things getting a little different with Westlake having that long drive, Johnny.
Yeah, and good for Westlake to get on the board, tying up the game. You sense that Dripping Springs caught a lot of the momentum there right out the bat. Westlake takes it back. Now it's time for the defense to step up and see what they can do.
So with that, first down and 10, 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation here for Ames. Looking to hand the ball off here and stumbling forward back to the line of scrimmage and maybe gaining a yard there is Goda. Goda with a 1-yard gain will be 2nd down and 9. So Brasher on the stop there, kind of at the bottom of the, or excuse me, about at the bottom of the pile. Get a look at the defender there for the Dripping Springs Tigers, or defender for Westlake. Look at Alex Kahn kind of right there in the middle of the picture there on that tackle. On 2nd down and 9, now Ames has to scramble, rolling to his right, looking downfield, still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Gets to the 30, out to the 35, first down yardage before he steps out of bounds. Just shy of the 40-yard line at the 39. Good run there. After everything broke down, good coverage downfield, Ames makes the play with his feet.
Yeah, it looked like there may have even been some holding there on Colin McClune there on the edge side. Quarterback just got right outside and broke it for a big one.
Yeah, Knapp was there too. It looked like he got held on as well. We'll have to watch that. The wide receiver each way as they stack things up with 2 tight ends. First down and 10 after the gain of 14. Now on the play action, looking to throw to the far side. This one caught by Cooper Reed. Good boundary throw there from Chase Ames as he found him, but again, just kind of holding him at bay on the outside coverage. This is a long throw for the right-hander, and just a great throw there as I believe that's Miller Bragg executing that and getting him out of bounds after the gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Goda will split out to the left. Empty set here, 3 wide receivers. Now a man in motion here is Ronnie Folks. Looking that direction, here comes the throw. That one is incomplete. Just a quick slant route intended for Merrick Bloomgren. And right on top of it was Hayes Broadhead. They jumped the route. That was very dangerous in the middle of the field, and now it sets up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Chase Ames lucky to get that one off when he did. Rhett Henry coming through like a freight train, and Hayes Broadhead on there for the nice pass breakup.
He was right there, kind of in that nice gray area of pass interference. Or even defensive holding. 3rd down and 4. Now looking to run with the ball is Ames. Ames stood up right at the 46-yard line. He's going to be driven back after a gain of 1. It'll be 4th down and 2 coming up here in a decision at midfield for Dripping Springs.
Yeah, similar to the situation that Westlake was in on their first drive. Do you go for it and risk losing the momentum? Looks like they're going to go ahead and bring out the punt team.
Yeah, it's probably a good call here. Play the field position game here, and you got to remember on 4th down and 2, they're bringing in Mateo Perez, who is a 6 foot, 190-pound senior backup quarterback. So they can put themselves in a position here if they see the coverage as Braden Riddell is back deep to receive at his own 15-yard line. We'll have to see max protection here. Here comes the rush. Perez gets this one high in the air. Riddell going to field this at his 18-yard line and advance it to the 25 before he's drilled out of bounds near the Dripping Springs sideline. So Westlake holds on defense, and now with a chance to seize a bit more momentum.
Yeah, again, I think you go back to Reese Weiss looking downfield for Newhouse, see if we can get him back into the game and back in the rhythm.
Yeah, deep balls, again, that's what you have to challenge. This is where the Dripping Springs Tigers are very, very good on the back end of this defense, and of course, a big reason why is their big corner, Malachi Agaro. Liam Lawson also on the other side. 1st down and 10 with 4:23 to play. Tie ball game. 2 wide receivers each way. Reese Wise looking to turn. Play action. Fires out here to the far side. And just like Johnny told us, get it to Jack Newhouse. And he did, using the big 6'5" body to carry the defender, Kyle Daniel, the outside linebacker, a little bit further beyond the 30-yard line. So good stuff there as the Chaparrals get positive yardage on that play. Good head of steam. Looks like a gain of 6 on the catch to Newhouse. It'll set up 2nd down and 4 with 4 minutes straight up in the first quarter, tie ball game. 2 wide receivers to Reese Wise's right, looking to hand the ball off. Good running room up the middle here, across the 40 to the 45. First down yardage and more for the neck roll. Welcome back, Seabass. First down for Sebastian Hinault.
Yeah, the Westlake offensive line doing a great job of opening holes. All Seabass had to do was run through it.
Yeah, and you see the misdirection has basically put the defensive line on ice. They can no longer just attack the pocket. Now Reese with a head of steam on first down and 10, but the whistles will blow here early, and it's going to be a false start on Westlake. First pre-snap penalty for the Westlake Chaparrals. Again, a good run there. Gets the ball out near midfield, right at the 50-yard line. Sebastian Hinault with a run of 17 yards and a first down.
Yeah, you typically see Dripping Spring only bringing 3 guys, on the line of scrimmage, going up, trying to make a sack. Sometimes they bring in a linebacker, make a little bit of tight formation to go after the quarterback, but Westlake's going to take that. They're going to take the yards that Dripping Springs gives them.
First down and 15, 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Behind the chains a little bit here, back to the 45-yard line on the left hash. H-back in front of him as Wise looks to the sideline here with a back on his left. Looking to hand off, no play action. Wise, tons of time. Looking to swing it out to Sebastian Hinault, who makes one move right, another move left. Just gets back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Good look there and a good dump decision by Reese Wise in that situation, Johnny, just to get the ball out.
Yeah, not much downfield. Reese Wise makes the right decision. Get it to your guy in space. Makes one guy miss, but again, Dripping Springs very good at pursuit angles. And they're, again, bend, don't break. They're going to give Westlake the short yardage. Don't want to give up the big play.
2nd down and 14 with 3 wide receivers to Reese's left. A back on his left hip out of the shotgun on 2nd and 14. Here comes the rush. They pick it up, firing to Newhouse. That pass caught at the 41-yard line, and it's going to set up a favorable 3rd down. He is very close, but a yard shy at the 41-yard line. They needed the 40. That is another big connection and a great throw here by Reese Wise.
He had a huge pickup by Chase Broadhead on the blitzing linebacker to pick that up, give Reese Wise an extra second or 2 to throw the ball to get it downfield.
That's what you have to do out of that halfback position, and now looking to hand off is Reese Wise, and not much there on 3rd down and 1. Again, no misdirection there, going right to Sebastian Hinault. And it is, unfortunately, now 4th down for the Chaps, and another decision to make here on 4th down. They're already 0 for 1. And will they bring in the punting unit? Looks like they will.
Yeah, Dylan Brasher just making a great defensive play. The running back had no chance of going anywhere on that.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate there because you've had so much success with the misdirection that you almost wanted to see that on that 4th down try. But again, they'll live to on that 3rd down try, live to fight another day here. And of course, Nolan Bartley doing what Nolan Bartley does. Going to drop this in around the 10-yard line, and it just takes a weird front roll hop. So Dripping Springs holds as the drive got out to midfield. So after 2 first possession score for Dripping Springs, a 2nd possession score for the Westlake Chaparrals. We're still tied at 7 with 1:20 to play. Joe Taylor, Johnny Rogers, Ricky Doyle. Let's go ahead and bring Ricky in. Ricky, obviously not the start Westlake wanted, but the answer and the offense has been there. Looks like there's a little bit of different play calling going on this evening.
Yeah, Joe, I really like the response from the Westlake offense on that touchdown drive. But I think the problem we've seen for the Chaparrals guys, and you're hinting at it, is just getting a little bit predictable in those short yardage situations. Saw it on the first drive on 4th down, saw it again there on 3rd down. So continuing to mix it up, I think, will be key for Westlake tonight.
Yeah, Chase Ames actually dropped the ball. We'll see it here on the replay as well. He dropped the ball, picked it up, and actually found Cooper Reed for a gain. How about this? I don't think anybody saw it, and it was actually on the fake to Goda. His elbow kind of hit the ball. He dropped it. How about that poise from the junior quarterback? And now Goda getting the call on the 2nd down. Not much work to do as he gets just a gain of 1 yard. Good pursuit there by Westlake. A lot of guys in the mix on that one, including Colin McClune. McClune really coming to his own on that defensive line.
Yeah, Westlake just doing a good job of, getting pressure behind the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for that running back to go to.
So 3rd down and 4 as the bell chimes here inside the Austex Fence and Deck defense graphic. 3 wide receivers. That might sound familiar to Drew Brees. We stole it. Yep. Cooper Reed in motion, looking that direction, firing that pass up in the air and picked off. Oh my goodness, tip drill done for perfection. And it's Mason Laster, a man that's waited 8 weeks to play. Back-to-back starts, and on the tip, he's got the pick. His first pick of the year, Mason Laster has forced the first turnover of the ball game, and it's Westlake ball.
Yeah, Miller Bragg making up for that first, getting beat on the long first touchdown by Dripping Springs. He was in there, got his hands up. Ball just pops up, perfect for Laster to come in and snake the interception.
Oh, what a great diving catch by Mason Laster. As you said, Miller Bragg making a play. It's like Brad Pitt's character in Inglourious Basterds. Now, I've been chewed out. I've been chewed out before. Miller Bragg got chewed out, and then he made a play. Heck of a job. Now Wise looking to capitalize. Pass right over the middle. Riddell with the catch. Inside the Raising Cane's red zone. Met hard at the 5 and knocked down there. First and goal, Westlake. Huge gain for Braden Riddell, who's slow to get up. But a flag is down in the middle of the field. We'll see what this is all about.
Kind of in that territory of holding on the offensive line. Looks like everybody's coming back. That might be what it is.
And an eligible man downfield, which is what Tony Salazar was kind of barking at on the touchdown to Merrick Bloomgren. And that is a tough penalty to take. And it's absolutely the right call, but Braden Riddell going to wipe that one away, unfortunately. And will set up first down. The ball will come back out to the 37-yard line. It'll be first down and 15.
Yeah, it looked like Jackson Cook just got off the ball really well, found himself caught downfield, and they bring it back. But what a play. Reese Weiss, the offense coordinator, Kirk Rogers, got us feel good about the direction this game's happening.
That'll do it for the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Westlake ball. We'll be right back. This is Texas high school football.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 20-yard line and the Jumbotron. Please welcome Eanes Education Foundation's Executive Director, Dana
the radio broadcast will actually take a timeout. We're actually Eanes Education Foundation making their check presentation. Of course, another fine 501c3 charity that supports Westlake teachers.
7th-year Independence title. Thank you to Putney and Parker families for your generous support. This year's EEF corporate partners contributed an incredible $256,500. Please direct your attention to the Jumbotron, where we celebrate our presenting sponsor, Independence title, and Miss Jennifer Lloyd Putney, along with the many amazing EEF corporate sponsors who made this generous gift possible. EEF is the only organization that can find additional teacher and staff positions for our outstanding Eanes schools. Every dollar makes a difference. Please join these corporate sponsors in supporting our schools and helping ensure continued educational excellence for your children by donating today to the 2526 Teachers Fund, EEF We Fund Educators. Dana and Jennifer, congratulations.
Congratulations to all of those folks, the board, fine volunteers, and of course all of you that donated.
And as a proud son of a former Eanes educator, Susan Rogers down at Valley View Elementary for 20 plus years, it's good to see him giving back.
First down and 15 here out of the timeout. Wise looking to throw back to Jaron Lopez, who has room on the screen. Inside the 30, down to the 25. Met hard by Agaro, but not before he gets inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's a first down catch on 1st and 15. A big pitch and catch from Wise to Lopez.
Yeah, good job of Reese Weiss just getting misdirection again, throws it back behind the line of scrimmage, so therefore the offensive lineman can get downfield, and that's exactly what you saw. Sprung Lopez for a big game.
So Mason Laster on the tip by Miller Bragg gets the interception. Chaparral's hunting now in the Raising Cane's red zone. They stretch the field here. Running left is Lopez. Lopez gets inside the first hole, bounces near the left hash, down to the 15, and a good gain on first down of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Just underway in the second quarter, tied at 7. Joe Taylor, Johnny Rogers, and of course Ricky Doyle down on the sidelines. Stacking up the line of scrimmage on the left side. The handoff going to Jaron Lopez. Makes one man miss. Hops in for about a 2-yard gain down to the 13-yard line. And Westlake right now, with the way they are playing, This is not necessarily do or die for 6. They'd want 6. They'd love to be able to pick up the first down and set up first and goal, but you're in Nolan Bartley range for sure.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, you want to take advantage of that big turnover that the Westlake defense just had, get in the end zone, but absolutely 3 will be just fine.
3 wide receivers stacked up in a bunch on the right hash mark, right at the line of scrimmage.
You got one-on-one on the deep side to Newhouse.
2nd down and 4, and now they're just going to run the ball. Quarterback power, big call at the 5, into the end zone. Reese Wise, beautiful call on 3rd down and 4. They stretch the field, put the one-on-one matchup with a huge hole. And with that, a beautiful touchdown run by Reese Wise. And for Wise, that is his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. He's good from 13 yards out, and Westlake takes the lead. Nolan Bartley from the snap of Helms, the hold of Knox, knocks it through. 10-16 to play here in the first half. Westlake 14, Dripping Springs 7. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A+ FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A+ Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A+ life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
We welcome you back. Thomas Henry High School Football Live, powered by our friends at the Steam Team. Proudly Westlake owned and operated. You might know the name Josh Lash. Do you? Yeah.
Indeed.
Lovely sponsors of Westlake Nation. Thank you so much. And of course, Chaparrals go 32 yards and 4 plays into the second quarter to take the lead. A 13-yard touchdown run by Reese Wise. Bartley will answer with an 8-yard kick out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. And Ricky, talk about a shot in the arm for the offensive play calling. That was a thing of beauty, turning turnovers into 6 and now 7 points.
Yeah, way to convert off of the Mason last interception, Joe. We've talked about it for years, but we always feel like Reese Wise plays his best when he gets involved on the ground. He's big enough and he's just fast enough to take advantage of the ground game for Westlake.
Ricky Doyle down on the sidelines, again doing some pinch hitting. We didn't expect to have Ricky. Of course, we're always glad to have Ricky. That is without saying. But Johnny was, I got about maybe a diary up here of notes. So my man was ready to call this game. So we're going to keep him where he is. Ames going to roll out here looking for Goda. Has him. Catch is made, but the tackle is made immediately. Good job by Rhett Henry in space. He's kind of pointing to himself. He knew that he might have had, if he made a little bit quicker decision, might have had a beat on that ball, and he knew he kind of hit the brakes before he really pursued the football.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he makes the tackle. They pick up a couple of yards. Let's see what the Westlake defense can do now that they're settled in here in the second quarter.
Gain of 3 on that pitch and catch to Goda from Ames. 2 wide receivers each way. Now looking to throw. Ames looks right, throws right. That pass caught by Bloomgren. Comes out of the route. Big gain as he shoved out of bounds. Good recovery there. That ball was just thrown high. The reason Merrick Bloomgren was able to catch that, he's 6'5". That ball's overthrown to most receivers. Look at this Howdy Honda replay, and it's a gain of 25 yards. And right there, and it's unfortunate for Ben Jones because he could not stop that high pass. It was overthrown, and somehow Merrick Bloomgren came down with it to pick up 25 yards into Westlake territory. And it's first down and 10 to the Chaparral 47-yard line.
Yeah, it helps with the wide receiver, 6'4".
Back to pass is Ames. He has a good pocket, fires downfield to Cooper Reed. Cooper Reed adjusts, makes the catch. It's a touchdown. 47 yards out as Cooper Reed adjusted to the ball. And we're a point after touchdown away from this being tied up. Another big play. Miller Bragg, who caused the interception on the tip to a throw by Reed, gets beat here by a man headed to Arizona State.
Yeah, it looked like Bragg was out there all by himself, and that's a big responsibility to defend Cooper Reed. Just kind of gets caught looking towards the backfield. Cooper Reed slips behind him, and they hit a big one.
And with that, Ian French comes on for the extra point try. It is up, and it is good. 9:28 left in the half. We're back tied at 14. This is Texas high school football.
When a company vehicle hits you, the fight isn't just against the driver, it's against the corporation and their insurance team. Their goal is to protect themselves. Ours is to protect you. At Thomas J. Henry, we've handled some of Texas's toughest company vehicle cases. With over $1 billion recovered for our clients in the last 4 years, we have the results and the experience to back us up. When big companies cause big problems, we get big results. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
I think we're out of tortillas.
We can manage, right?
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time.
Oh, that's Favor with our HEB Now order.
When it's got to be HEB and it's got to be now, Favor brings you HEB Now.
Bologna taco.
Get 15 items in as little as 45 minutes. Favor, how Texas orders in.
Well, the M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive as we take a look at the Covert Ford fan cam. Not much to cheer about right now for the Westlake fan base, but nonetheless, it is a tie ball game. Big play there as Ames found Cooper Reed for a 47-yard touchdown strike. And for the Westlake defense, another explosive play and district play as French kicks this one off. Again, the scoring drive powered by M. Robinson Fine Jewelry. They go 3 plays, 75 yards, and of course the 47-yard touchdown. Cooper Reed with his 10th touchdown reception of the season. And of course for Chase Ames, that is his 30th touchdown pass, his second touchdown pass of the half. As Westlake and Dripping Springs now tied at 14. Westlake gets the ball at their own 25.
Yeah, the Westlake defense needs to figure out a way to get to the Dripping Springs quarterback. He just has a little bit more time, and he was able to set up and look downfield and make a big throw. 2
wide receivers to the right of the formation. They send a man, Braden Riddell, in motion, looking to turn and hand off here to Lopez. Lopez runs left and loses yardage. He loses 2 yards on the play, back to the 23-yard line, so it'll be second down and 12.
Yeah, Dripping Springs defensive line really getting upfield, getting past the Westlake offensive line, not really leaving much room for Lopez to go anywhere.
2 wide receivers to the right of the formation, 1 to the left on second down and long behind the chains. Play action, Wise looking to throw, fires left. That pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the back end of that route between Igaro and Jack Newhouse. No call as he was trying to get loose there. It's good coverage, tight coverage here. We'll look at the Howdy Honda replay, see if there's anything else to see. Yeah, it just looked like both of them got kind of tangled up in the same real estate. No harm, no foul. Third down and 12. As Westlake again trying to answer here. Momentum seized a bit. And then that big play over Miller Bragg to Cooper Reed. As Westlake ties the ball game, Dripping Springs ties the ball game up. 3 receivers to Reese Wise's right, looking to blitz. They pick it up, throwing across the field. That pass is caught for a first down. Beautiful low throw where only Rhett Jenkins can get it. And that's a guy, when you need a big play on third down, you look for Rhett Jenkins coming out of the slot. Beautiful throw here, and a better pickup on that blitz by Sebastian Hinault. A free defender was coming in hot. And Hinault protected his quarterback, and it's good for a 17-yard gain. De Los Santos on the tackle, and now looking to run left on first down. As Braden Riddell has his helmet come off at the end of the play, he'll have to leave the field for a moment, and that'll bring in Chase Broadhead.
Yeah, when Reese Wise is able to set his feet like the previous play, Westlake's having a lot of success running some wide receiving crosser packages. Down the middle, they were able to make a big play there.
Second down and 8, 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation here for Wise. 1 to his left on the short side of the field in front of the Dripping Springs sideline. They send 2 men in motion on the shift to the left side, and now that's going to be a timeout, and that's a Wise timeout right there by Tony Salazar. Westlake will have 2 left. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas high school football.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
2nd down and 8 as we go back to the field here. Shap TV Video Crew members of the week, Daniel Dammert and Sailor Resch. Back to pass is Wise. Wise looking, fires. That pass caught on a leaping grab by Rhett Jenkins. Once again, coming up with a clutch catch. Actually, that is Riddell. I apologize. I didn't think Riddell could be in the play, but I guess on a timeout, he's allowed to come back in. That's a beautiful catch there, and another first down grab as Riddell heads to the backfield now as he makes the catch in front of De Los Santos. Quick play here to Jaron Lopez. Lots of wiggle room for Jaron as he shuffles his feet into the 46-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll set up 2nd down and 8. A lot of wiggle room here as that defensive front still just piling on, and Brasher making the play in the middle of the field. Sailor and Daniel. Sailor, a video engineer, and of course handling replays and the highlight operator. Chase Broadhead now with huge running room on the catch out of the backfield. 2nd down and 8, and the sophomore making some hedgeway here as he rumbles his way down inside the 25-yard line to the 23. What a misdirection play here. Again, looks like a run, not a run. They sell it, and then the pitch to Broadhead out of the Y position. And just a beautiful job by Reese Wise and a great play call there. 7:20 left, tie ball game here in the first half. 2nd quarter, 14 all, but the Chaparral's driving. Wise looking to hand off, good running room, but then brilliant play up front. Man, Brasher is for real, ladies and gentlemen. That man in the middle of the defense, a very talented human being. 2nd team all-district player a year ago, headed to Columbia. So, like his teammate Agaro, who's heading to Yale, those are 2 dudes that are not only good football players, but they're smart as well. So a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
And a tough assignment for Jaron Lopez to try to go up and block that guy right there. But going back to the previous play, get Chase Broadhead in space, get him the ball and let him make move. They pick up a big play.
2nd down and 11. Broadhead picks up the block. Wise fires towards the end zone. Has Grimes! Hits him on a dime! Lawson with the touchdown grab. Oh my goodness, from 24 yards out. Lawson with a little bit of wiggle room and a absolute dime thrown by Reese Wise. His 2nd touchdown pass. Oh my goodness, what a throw, what a catch. Touchdown Westlake.
I think Reese Wise, this might be the best he's played all year. He's making every play, balls on time. Wide receivers are catching it. What a play by the Westlake offense.
Point after touchdown, good. Westlake reclaims the lead. 6:36 left in the half. It's Westlake 21, Dripping Springs 14. Don't go anywhere. This is Texas high school football.
Salsa and guac are empty.
Nah, that's no big deal, right?
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here.
That's Favor with our H-E-B Now order.
When it's got to be H-E-B and it's got to be now, Favor brings you H-E-B Now.
Not in this house.
Get 15 items in as little as 45 minutes. Favor how Texas orders in.
Thomas Henry High School Football Live. Joe Taylor, Johnny Rogers, Ricky Doyle down on the sidelines. Your M. Robinson Fine Jewelers. 9 plays, 75 yards. Second time the Chaparrals have gone downfield, the whole field. And, of course, Lawson Grimes making the catch from 24 yards out. Lawson's second touchdown reception. And with that, the Chaparrals back in business, 21-14, and is close to being good as Nolan Bartley sails that one out of the back of the end zone about 5 yards. I believe that's athletic director Callan Noakes hanging out. It's either Callan Noakes or it's the principal, Steve Ramsey. Either way, he was right there and watched the ball sail over his head. Touchback. Beautiful drive by the Westlake Chaparrals to answer the big touchdown. Again, it's a big explosive play, but the Chaparrals putting together long drives. 9 plays, 75 yards. Second 9-play, 75-yard drive of the half.
Yeah, Bo, I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, you don't think there's much defense being played, but a lot of scoring going on right now, but Westlake D needs to settle in and make a big stop here.
Chase Ames looking to hand off here. Some good running room by Goda. Goda making a move of about 8 yards towards the 34-yard line. He'll fall forward for a 9-yard gain. Gang tackled at the end of that. It'll be second down and 1 in an open playbook here on just a direct handoff to Jason Goda.
Yeah, Chipping Springs usually features, obviously, Goda, but they also feature Lawson Attaway. We haven't seen him yet in this game. I wonder maybe if there's an injury going on or something like that, but he's a little bit more of your typical running back. Goda is a slasher. He can make the big plays, run through the tackle. He really has it all.
With that, an open playbook, like we mentioned, second down and 1. As Lawson Grimes and Reese Wise hook up for the difference maker. Play action. Here comes the rush. And had him for a moment, but Ames somehow escapes, fires downfield. It is incomplete. Oh my goodness. That was salty, but unfortunate for Westlake as we take a look at the replay, trying to see who actually got loose off that block, coming straight through is Logan Lardy, and Lardy just could not finish. Fromberg was there as well, but that's a live to fight another day on second and 1. Lardy could have had a big, big sack, but just comes up empty. Third down and 1 with 2 wide receivers, and now movement here, and it's a false start. First pre-snap penalty here for the Dripping Springs Tigers, and it's going to set up third down and 6.
Yeah, it was a massive penalty right there. You got third and 1, got some momentum on your side. Now the left tackle jumps off sides. False start, move it back, so now you got third and 6.
Third and 6, and like I say, you can see like a little bit of confusion from the signal coming in. One guy was about to go in motion. It was the tight end that was really going to go in motion there, the backup tight end, Ronnie Bolts. And it kind of signaled to the left tackle that maybe the play was about to happen. So another third and long here after the pre-snap penalty, an untimely one. Westlake with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. 2 wide receivers each way. Tate Lung kind of lining up as a defensive end in his linebacker spot. They bring the house on third and 6. They pick it up. Pass caught by Cooper Reed. He is tackled at the 45-yard line, and it is right at the line to gain, just past it at the 36-yard line, and it's a first down for Cooper Reed. First down, Dripping Springs. Man, that kid is good.
Yeah, he is.
I don't care how hurt he is or how hurt he was. He's got a touchdown grab, and that one just a perfect example of what it means to have 6'5" on third down. They swing it out to him again. There's a block in the back that's not called. There should have been a flag on that play. Both officials on that sideline should have seen it. But apparently, we're going to let that one stand. Man, take a look at this play here. Nice little pitch and catch, but watch the middle of your screen. Folks, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to block in the back on a defenseless receiver, and I cannot believe the officials did not see that. Instead, it's an 8-yard gain, second down and 2. 2 wide receivers each way, a little early movement. Again, no call. Pitch and catch here to Goda. That's Folks. Folks makes the catch. Backup tight end gets across midfield to the 49-yard line. So we have back-to-back plays there where the left tackle moves early. We're a little too focused here in the backfield to see it. But Eric Abraham making the tackle here on Folks as he comes up and runs support there out of the backfield. Good looking swing pass there. I'm impressed by Chase Ames. This kid can play. It's a gain of 8 and a first down in Westlake territory to the 48-yard line. Press man coverage here on the outside. They turn and hand it off to Goda. Good running room. Now a flag comes in. Big running room here for Goda. Goda gets drilled, and getting the working into that one was Hayes Broadhead as he lowered the shoulders. Collision on the other side. We'll have to see what it's all about.
Defense. Line up in the zone. No 4. Penalty decline.
So with that, it's a
first down.
Miller Bragg was lined up in the neutral zone as the corner, so they're going to take the gain of 15 on the run by Goda down to the 34-yard line. On the left hash, 2 wide receivers. Cooper Reed, the slot right, as they try to switch off him. Goda in the backfield. Now the turn and the handoff to Goda. Goda with some running room as he follows his blockers, chops his way down inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4. It'll set up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and on the Westlake defense, we're seeing our first sight of Hayden Clark, number 5, playing that right cornerback right there. So hopefully, obviously Westlake seeing something with the running or the wide receivers getting behind him, bring in Clark, see if he can make a difference.
His first opportunity came last week. Clark started the year as a wide receiver. He's been all over the place. So on 2nd down, looking to hand the ball off to Goda. Not much running room there as Ames tried to sell it. I'll give him props for that as he tried to sell that quick screen to the sideline. It didn't work as Westlake's defense held true and tackled him right at the 30-yard line to set up another 3rd and long. Good pickup there in the middle of your screen there. You can see kind of at the bottom of the pile, Austin Knapp. He's our Shap of the Week. Make sure you stay tuned on our radio broadcast and Shap app broadcast. He'll come up at halftime. 3rd down and 7. All kinds of motion before the snap, and now looking to dump it off. That one, now a flag comes in. This is a big run and for a touchdown, but this one most likely going to come back. James Montgomery, for the moment, catches his 10th touchdown pass, but this flag is going to be against the Dripping Springs Tigers, and that's going to wipe this touchdown off the board.
Well, and you might also have a roughing the passer. Looks like we've got 2 penalties on the field right now. Obviously, we'll find out right now. Looked like there were some extracurriculars going on in the backfield there.
You have 2 fouls in the play, 1 on each side. Ineligible downfield. Offense. Roughing the passer. Defense. Penalties offset. Replay 3rd down.
So again, it just wipes off the touchdown, and they'll replay the down. So with that, we have our answer and another big 3rd down opportunity. It's like that play never happened. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. And the Chaparrals, again, Ian French is not necessarily a guy that has long range because he hasn't been asked to kick all that much. He's been good in PATs, obviously, but in the end, you're kind of in that weird location if you're Dripping Springs to line up a 47-yard field goal. 3rd down and 7, pistol formation. They turn and hand it off to Goda, who goes down immediately at the 29-yard line. So now from here, it's 46 yards if you want to try to go for it. It makes it very interesting. Of course, you put Westlake back on the field, but they have shown in this half, Johnny, that they have been able to drive the length of the field. Of course, with 2 timeouts. Now on 4th down and 6, empty set here for Ames. The junior quarterback, back to pass, looking to fire downfield. Has a man. It is. Did he catch it inside the 5? They're saying, yes, he did at the 6. Wow, that ball took forever to come down, and James Montgomery came down with it. It's 1st and goal drip. And they're running fast, trying to get a play off here, and they do. Switch. Yeah, and that's going to be a timeout called by Westlake. Man, what a catch by Montgomery. And there was a switch being made. Westlake trying to put personnel on the field, and they were going to be late to that party. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A+ FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A-Plus Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A-Plus life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
Thomas Henry High School Football Live, powered by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. We go to the field on 1st and goal. The handoff going to Goda. Goda tripped up. Nice play in the open field there by Miller Bragg as he closed and tripped up the Dripping Springs running back inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. With the good read here. Knapp kind of came off his block. Abraham there, and just a great individual effort there by Miller Bragg. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 21-14, Westlake with the lead. 2:52 left here in the first half. And now that's going to be a false start. And a big, big penalty right there. No, a timeout. Wow. There was movement, and that is a very gracious timeout by the officials. But nonetheless, Dripping Springs going to get it. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School Football.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A-Plus FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A-Plus Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A-Plus life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
For over 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has been in the fight for those who have been injured in Texas. With over $1 billion delivered to our clients in the last 4 years and more than 13,000 5-star reviews, our dedication to life-changing results is clear. But don't just take our word for it. Hear from those who've experienced the difference. Thomas J. Henry.
And on the snap out of the timeout, the handoff goes to Goda. Goda trying to charge his way down inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Again, Clark at the bottom of that pile. You got Bennett, Henry, everybody in the mix on that one, and it's 3rd and goal. A gain of 1 on the play to the 3.
Yeah, Mason Lasser with a big-time play, got in there right at the very beginning, tripped him up, made a good play. Let's see what the defense can do here.
Kind of a pistol formation with Goda in there on the right hip, and a snap goes over the head. The ball is loose at the 25, picking it up, making the tackle. Goda able to scoop the ball up, but on 3rd down, an error. A huge error from center to quarterback sets back the Dripping Springs offense to their Chaparral 28-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a miscue here.
And at that point, it was just a chase between Goda and Hayes Broadhead to see who could get to the ball first. You take yourself almost out of field goal range on that.
And with that, the 2-minute warning, we'll take it as well. Back in a moment, this is Texas High School Football.
After an accident, every second matters. That's why getting help from Thomas J. Henry is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, call us. One call puts our legal team in motion. Step 2, we come to you. Home, hospital, or wherever you are, we move fast to build your case. Step 3, we take over. From insurance battles to courtroom fights, we handle it all. So you can focus on recovering while we fight for the results you deserve. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Out of the 2-minute timeout. Exciting game here with Westlake. Up 21-14 and a huge opportunity here. Ian French going to come on and drill this one from 45 yards out. It's a good snap. It's a good hold. He puts his right leg into this one. It's got plenty of distance. This one splits the uprights. Oh, no. It was wide right. Apparently it just hooked. Oh, man, I thought that ball was going through. Hard from this angle to see it kind of drift, but a big, big miss. And we go down to the sidelines. Ricky, when that ball went over the head of Chase Ames, the reaction on the sideline, take us there, man.
Yeah, well, as you might imagine, Joe, a huge reaction from the Westlake sideline. Obviously very happy with the way that turned out. Dripping Springs was threatening on the doorstep, and that kick, he nailed that thing. That was good from way further, but just left the upright, guys. So big break there for Westlake.
I did not see that ball hook on him, but that's what happened. And with that, Ian French on the miss from 45 yards out. Now Westlake with a chance to double up the Dripping Springs Tigers. Wise back to pass, looking to throw, has tons of time, finds a man in the flat. That pass caught for a short gain beyond the 30 to Lawson Grimes. Grimes with a little crossing route there. They move around Grimes to the slot. He runs all the way across the field. Take a look at this route. It takes forever to develop, but Grimes able to come out with it. Comes back to the fray and knocked out of bounds.
And equally as important as getting out of bounds, it stops the clock.
Yeah, by Kyle Daniels, the one that made the play. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4 on the toss to Grimes, who has a touchdown reception. 21-14, $1:49 left here in the second quarter. Westlake up on drip. Back to pass, looking to swing it out here. It's Chase Broadhead. Broadhead with running room out past the 35 to the 36-yard line. And I'm starting to really like the swing pass game with Chase Broadhead. Kind of reminds you of what they did with Brandon Clark a year ago, kind of getting him involved. He kind of has that body. And now timeout's going to be called on the field. I believe it is going to be, no, they're going to say the referee's going to keep everybody on the field. No one's.
Well, they called it like it was going to be a timeout.
Not too sure why this is not being allowed. But with that, 1:28, clock moving. We'll have to get an explanation on that later. Wise back to pass, steps up, fires sidearm. This one incomplete, intended for Rhett Jenkins. And I am still trying to figure out what in the world just happened there with the official. Did the timeout come too late in his mind? Very interesting. Now on 4th down and 3. That is a huge call on 3rd down and 3 to not allow a timeout. Wow. So on the missed field goal, Westlake goes 3 and out, tried to call a timeout. It was not allowed. And on 4th down and 3 with $1:22 left and Dripping Springs with 2 timeouts, this changes the face of this game here in the next minute 22. Bartley gets one away. It's a huge punt. Going to drive this in. It's going to bounce all the way into the end zone for the touchback. So Bartley having a tough time getting this one launched. And Ricky, let's go ahead and bring you in. I am not too sure what happened there, as Westlake was not allowed to call a timeout. They had a timeout to go. What happened there?
Yeah, Joe, I'm with you. I saw the official look like he was going to give him the timeout, and then he gave the signal to reset the play clock, and that's when Reese Wise obviously snapped the ball. So I'm not sure what the decision was there by the officials, but really changes the situation here with Dripping Springs getting the ball back now and a couple of timeouts to try to go down the field.
Yeah, that's going to need some explanation. Perhaps you can ask Tony Salazar about that when we break for halftime here. That is a very interesting turn of events, because now you take away the opportunity to really talk about a very important 3rd down play. You punt it away on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Big hit on the far side as Goda got absolutely drilled by Tate Lung. Look at this hit here. I believe it was Tate that got the lick on him on the swing pass out to the flat. Howdy Honda replay coming in. Boom. No, that was Ben Jones. Yeah. Wow. Jones just laid out Goda on a gain of 2 on the quick screen pass, and now a timeout is granted for injury to Cooper Reed.
Cramping up down here, Joe.
Cramping up, and that's the guy that you need to look at. He was injured all throughout this season, has missed a lot of time, a lot of activity early on. He still has 10 touchdowns to his credit. Did not go 2 weeks ago against Del Valle, had the bye week to get ready for this one. Let's hope it is just a cramp. I still see timeout's going to be granted to Dripping Springs. They will have one timeout to give. So they're not going to allow Cooper Reed to get an official timeout. And we'll keep it here. Johnny, in that situation, you look at 3rd down and 3. It is a very open playbook at 3rd down and 3. Kirk Rogers saw an alignment. They try to call a timeout, and it just didn't happen. And I don't know if you've ever been involved in a situation as a player, but that's something that just doesn't happen. You want to call a timeout, you're well within your right to call a timeout in that situation.
Well, and I think it caused a lot of confusion on the Westlake offense. And if you go back and look at the play, Rhett Jenkins wasn't even looking for the ball when it was thrown his way. So I don't know exactly what went down and why they weren't granted the timeout. Could they have called another time? Could they call the timeout again? There's no reason why they couldn't have.
I don't understand. Like, that is a communicate. Again, we'll try to get the story. And if I know Ricky Doyle, ever the reporter, he's going to find out. So with 56 seconds left and Cooper Reed limping off the field, we'll have to see if he came back into the lineup. I don't see him. He is not there, but three receivers are to the right of Chase Ames, who's in kind of a modified pistol, and they'll send Goda out to the right. Here comes the rush, stepping up. Ames trying to make a decision, fires downfield, has a man. That pass is caught for a first down, stood up at the 40 and then driven backwards. I believe that's Merrick Holmgren. So he makes the catch as Merrick Bloomgren, 6'4", 190-pounder, headed to Navy. Big catch there for a first down, but it also took 12 seconds off the clock. Gain of 20 yards out to the 42. Back to pass. Ames firing. That pass is incomplete. And Montgomery wants a flag on Hayes Broadhead. He just got kind of tied up and really turned around in that situation. Montgomery was looking for the ball in the opposite shoulder, and he tried to sell a flag on Hayes Broadhead. If you have a chance to look at the replay here, I don't know if we're going to get a chance to, but he was turned the wrong way when that ball came in. Nonetheless, incomplete, second down and 10. Three wide receivers to Ames' right. He's got a back to his left, and that may be Attaway. We'll see. Second down and 10, back to pass. Ames looking, now flushed out, rolls to his left, now fires over the middle of the field. That pass is incomplete. And again, Montgomery, along with Clark, lots of contact, but no flag.
Yeah, the Dripping Springs coaching staff not too happy about that play. It really did look like there could have been pass interference, not called, benefit to Westlake.
Well, there's been a lot of things that have happened to Westlake that have not been called. So football gods responding here with 27 seconds left. Going to bring in a rotation here of guys as Pasquale Marizzi heads off the field. In for Austin Knapp, third down and 10, 27 seconds left. Each team with a timeout. Westlake with a 21-14 lead. Big down here for Dripping Springs. Third down and 10. Lots of communication on the defensive side. Looking right, throwing right. That pass elevated and caught for a first down, but inbound. No. They're going to stop the clock momentarily. I thought he was inbounds, but they signaled to stop the clock because it's a first down. It's a 12-yard pickup there, actually 11.
Clock is rolling.
As Bloomgren will now, as the ball set, Ames looking to fire downfield. Double coverage, running out of real estate. This ball is uncatchable, and it's caught out of bounds by Bloomgren, who has really become the top target. And that will set up second down and 10, 9 seconds left here in the first half. Westlake doing a good job on the deep ball and keeping the ball in front of them and not allowing Bloomgren to get behind him. Of course, you go back a couple of weeks to Lake Travis, and then at the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter, Luke McBride took advantage of the situation. Big pass play at the end of that quarter, at the end of this half. We'll see what Ames has up his sleeve. Two wide receivers each way, back to pass. Now he has to step up in the pocket, fires to the sideline. That pass juggled and caught by Montgomery, and it's good for a first down with 2 seconds left at the 36-yard line, and they'll call a timeout. So Dripping Springs going to call a timeout with 2 seconds. You have a decision to make. Are you going to let your kicker try to kick it again, who had plenty of distance from 45, and he would have plenty of distance. This is a shorter kick, but he's 0 for 1 tonight on long range. From here, it's a 36-yard effort, so it would be 43, if my math is correct. So 43 yards from, so 36, no, 53. Oh, 53, my bad, 53. So this is way further than the first attempt. So I think
But as you pointed out,
right,
he had plenty of leg on that first kick. It just drifted a little bit to the left. You know, if I'm Dripping Springs, I think you've got a much better shot of making this field goal than you do throwing a Hail Mary, especially with the Westlake defensive backs and their safeties staying way back. They're not going to let anything get behind them.
Yeah, we'll see. Chase Ames is going to come out here. It's on the right hash mark. I think there might, and there's a situation here where you just heave it and let it.
They're going to heave it.
And they're going to heave it. So everybody's going to back up. Abraham and Bennett are going to go back deep into center field.
This is one of those plays that you might consider putting Jack Newhouse in the back there just to knock it down.
Now back to pass. Here comes the rush, stepping up his Ames. He gets drilled in the grass. It's a sack to end the half. And Mason Laster had the interception, now delivers the sack. And it is a big hit at the end of the second quarter as Mason Laster, the captain, making his presence felt here as he drops Ames for a big, big loss back near midfield. What a play by Mason Laster. So with that, we go down to the sidelines. Ricky Doyle is with Coach Salazar. Ricky?
Joe, thank you, Coach. Fun first half. We knew it would be a good game with Dripping Springs. We know how big their wide receivers are. What do you tell your defense to try to slow them down a little bit?
Just got to keep playing, keep playing, making them snap it. We've got to eliminate the big plays, take away about 3 big plays, and it's probably got 0 points on the board. So I got to be patient on defense as a play caller and let our kids settle in and play.
That last offensive drive for you, it looked like you guys wanted to call a timeout there. What did the officials tell you when you tried to call a timeout?
They were saying it was a 10-second runoff there by those guys, and they used the timeout to stop that, and so it's all good. It didn't matter. We actually got out here with the lead, so what we wanted to get the ball to start the second half. We got a great opportunity to see if we can't go by 2 scores.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. Joe, there's your explanation.
Yeah, thank you very much. And you know what, Johnny? Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's all we want. We want it to make sense because you want to make sure that everybody is on the up and up. We'll take a quick timeout here. We'll be back for halftime coverage. If you're listening on the radio and on the Shap app feed, stay tuned for the Independence Title Halftime Report. We'll be right back. Again, your halftime score, Westlake 21, Dripping Springs 14. Back for more after this. This is Texas High School football.
Substance abuse doesn't just affect your mind, it harms your heart, liver, and immune system.
It can start as a way to manage stress, but small habits can grow into dependency. Healthy coping strategies like exercise or talking to someone you trust can help.
Addiction doesn't just hurt your health, it affects relationships and can lead to life-altering consequences. Reaching out for support early can make a big difference.
The good news, prevention is possible. Set limits, avoid risky situations, and focus on routines that help build strength and resilience.
If you're worried about your habits, remember, asking for help shows strength, not weakness.
Support is closer than you think. Talk to a counselor or a trusted friend. You don't have to face it alone.
Together we can break the cycle and protect your health, relationships, and your future.
Take the first step today. Every choice matters, and your health is worth it.
These sponsors are valued community partners of KXAN Simple Health. Get healthy today.
Now we take a look at some halftime highlights. Joe Taylor with you back up here in the booth. Ames with a big run here as their drive started as we welcome our radio audience back into the Independence Title Halftime Report again on the turnover on downs. Big pitch and catch there with Bloomgren getting the first touchdown pass of the game, and then Wise went to work. Down 7-0, found Newhouse over the middle, now getting outside of the pocket, threw everybody off. Riddell with a huge catch here, wide open for a 23-yard catch, and then Wise on the money here again to Newhouse. Now Ames looking to throw. He fires outside here. Catch made by Cooper Reed. Ames again with good throwing lanes, but this one popped up in the air by Miller Bragg and picked off by Mason Laster. Westlake would take it into the second quarter. Big screen pass here to Jaron Lopez. Lopez gets down inside the 25-yard line, and then from the 13-yard line, Reese Wise would rush in for his 7th rushing touchdown. Pitch and catch here for Bloomgren near the end of the half, trying to get back on the board here. They go up top with the 47-yard line here. Cooper Reed gets a step on Miller Bragg, and a beautifully thrown ball here as Reed comes down with his 10th touchdown reception of the season. But then they go to work, do the Chaparrals on a quick response here. Rhett Jenkins down the middle to convert a third down, and then the bullet to Lawson Grimes to break the tie. They get close down here, but then the errant snap. They convert on fourth down, but cannot come up with it. And again, a sack happened. Here's a look at the first half stats, pretty even. 16 rushing yards for Dripping Springs, 206 passing yards, good for 222. Westlake with 52 rushing yards, 171 yards through the air, 223 total yards. 2 of 10 for penalties, 2 penalties for 20 yards for Westlake. 1 turnover, the interception on the tip by Miller Bragg and the interception by Mason Laster. And with that, again, the big stat that our statistician Gene Jacobson really let us know about was the amount of plays on third down The third down play for the Westlake Chaparrals, 8 yards. Third down plays, minus 1 yard for Dripping Springs. We take a look at the regional scoreboard. Vandergrift trying to eke out a district championship here with a win over Round Rock, 14-3 your score there. Summer Creek 10-0 over Galena Park North Shore. That is a huge score. That Summer Creek, that is a Division II team, folks, and no doubt one that will be in play for the Westlake Chaparrals and the Dripping Springs Tigers at the end of regional play. McNeil down to Hutto 31-21 at halftime. McNeil's one of those teams that kind of needs to win for their process to happen. Lake Travis up big on Austin High again. That was played last night 40-14. So Lake Travis sitting at home watching this one and wondering who's going to be in their playoff as well in the bi-district. They will host, and this is what's going to be weird. They are the top seed district champions, are the Cavaliers. And with that, they don't have a home to host. And this is what's going to get weird because Dripping Springs has been their home away from home while Cavalier ISD Stadium is being built and renovated. So if Dripping Springs comes back and wins this game and hosts, they're going to have to play on a Thursday night, which is really interesting when you think about it from the standpoint of hosting a playoff game. You don't actually get to pick the night you're going to play because you know Dripping Springs wants to play. So it'll be a very interesting decision with Hank Carter and Galen Zimmerman. Hey, when do you want to play? Hey, when do you want to play? Well, I think Zimmerman's going to have the best of both worlds there, but he's got to win this one. And right now, the Westlake Chaparrals come out. They will be on defense first. Remember, they got turned away on 4th down and led to the first score from Dripping Springs, which was the 30-yard toss to Bloomgren. And then Westlake came back, answered, scored 14 unanswered points. Then Dripping Springs tied the ball game with another big bomb to Cooper Reed. And with that, 2 explosive plays on the board. That's it for Dripping Springs. They have had trouble moving the ball between the 20s. They've been hitting on the explosives. But the big category for me is Westlake's been able to control Jason Goda. We have not seen Lawson Attaway at all. Don't know what's going on there. They're in my film preparation, Johnny. Those two have been on the field at the same time. That is not the case. 11 carries for Goda for 10 yards. He has a long run of 15. It's been a lot of line of scrimmage, very short yardage situations. If Dripping Springs wants to get back into this ballgame and establish dominance, they've got to start running the ball.
Well, and I also think you've got to mention the explosive play for the Westlake defense. When the ball got snapped over the quarterback's head down near the goal line, they had a really clear shot into the end zone. Ball goes over his head, goes back about 30 yards, and then they have to try to come back, kick the field goal, goes left, they don't get it. Big play for the Westlake defense.
Oh, huge. And, there's several little moments. We've been trying to figure out what actually happened. Tony Salazar didn't necessarily answer the question. I think he was thinking about another play. But we're back in business. Nolan Bartley ready to bang this one away as he puts his right foot into this one, skies this kickoff. Chance for a return at the 5, and the ball is loose at the 5-yard line. Picked up and then drilled is the sophomore return man, as Frank Aceta is a sophomore tailback, and he had the ball kind of just bounce off his shoulder pad. And this is the worst field position for the Dripping Springs Tigers all night. They're going to start at their own 17-yard line.
Yeah, now if I'm Westlake, you want to come out, you want to set the tone right off the bat. They've been able to get decent pressure, not great pressure, but if they want to stop giving Ames such time to throw the ball downfield, they got to get to the quarterback.
Ames with 2 wide receivers to his right, a halfback to his left. Now looking to hand the ball off to Goda. Goda trying to get to the outside. Eric Abraham trying to take the angle, can't get him. Now coming back is Thompson Bennett. First big run here, and that's exactly what they needed. A huge run from Goda. They got to the outside. The offensive line held the edge. This was a great block up front by the offensive line. They kind of delayed it. Then a handoff here. You could see a lot of guys missing on this play, and Abraham couldn't take the angle. It's a huge gain of 33 yards out to midfield. Now going up top here to Bloomgren. Coming in and making the interception. They had the help up top, and it's Thompson Bennett, the senior captain, turning the ball over for Westlake. They go up top to Bloomgren. The safety comes in and makes the play. Huge play by Thompson Bennett. It's a pick. And for the season, Thompson Bennett with a huge play, his second interception of the season.
Yeah, I think one of the things Tony Salazar really stressed at the halftime was not to get beat deep. It's happened a couple times to Westlake in the first half. Bennett got over there just in time, picks off the ball. Great way for the defense, again, to set that tone in the second half.
21-14 your score. Now Westlake with the ball. It's almost like they get to open the half with the football after this turnover. 2 wide receivers each way. Now running the football is Reese Wise. He gets drilled, but good run on first down out to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5.5 yards or so. And the tackle made in the middle of the defense here by Colton Hansen. Good running room right there. Offensive line with a shot in the arm here. 2 wide receivers stacked up, one behind the other. To the left and right of Reese Wise. Now on the play action, looking to swing it out. Inside screen pass here to Riddell, and the ball was not caught. Incomplete.
Good pass by Reese Wise, just didn't catch the ball.
Yeah, it was just a rocket of a pass and really well developed. It just was almost overdeveloped as Reese kind of fired that one. I mean, this is an absolute rocket on a swing pass. Man, just on the money. And it looked like Braden was looking to turn and run before he had control of the football. 3rd down and 4. Now a quick check to the sidelines to Kirk Rogers. 2 wide receivers to Reese Wise's right, 1 to his left, a halfback to his right, and now Sebastian Alt moves from the left hip to the right hip. 3rd down and 4 out of the shotgun. Play action. Wise looking to throw. Pass caught. First down. Beautiful route there on a quick hitch to Lawson Grimes. And I like the way that they are using Lawson not just as a deep threat now, but on those short little quick routes on the wide side of the field.
Yeah, Westlake's had a ton of success in the first half with a lot of crosser packages. And right there you see him going right back to the well, hitting him right in stride.
Gain of 6 yards and a first down. That is Lawson Grimes on Liam Lawson. Now on the zone read, Wise looking to lower his head and his shoulder, drives his way out to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 4 yards on the play, going to set up 2nd down and 6, and you're starting to see the physical nature of Reese Wise take over here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and the offensive line doing a good job of getting some blocking there. Reese Wise, that's one of their, they like to go to him, not only to throw the ball, but also to run. He's one of their top running backs as well.
2nd down and 6. 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation here. Wise kind of almost frustrated in a way inside of 10 seconds, and now looks like an early timeout's going to be called here, and that is unfortunate for Westlake because Wise and Kirk Rogers are kind of looking at each other. We'll take a timeout as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas high school football.
It only takes a second for a routine drive to turn into a life-changing collision. Whether it's a car, motorcycle, or distracted driver behind the wheel, the impact can be devastating. At Thomas J. Henry, we know what that moment feels like, and we know how to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. From the first call to the final verdict, our team is by your side every step of the way. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
On 2nd down and 6, out of the timeout, rolling, trying to set up the screen. This one tipped and picked. Oh, what an unfortunate situation here as Colton Hansen makes a huge play. This one not on Reese Wise. This one just tipped in the air by a defensive lineman, popped up straight to Hansen. And we do have a flag on the play. We'll see what this is all about, as it's back near the 48-yard line, so we'll have to see what this is all about. For a moment, it's a sideline warning on Westlake.
First down.
So it's going to be a first down. So they'll pick up the flag. It'll be 1st down and 10. The ball marked right at the 27-yard line. So again, creating the short field on the first turnover of the ball game for the Dripping Springs Tigers on the tip. And now looking to hand off here to Goda. Goda banging his way down after being hit in the backfield. Kind of falls forward inside the 25-yard line down to the 24. for Reese Wise. That is his 6th interception of the season as Ben Jones checks out. Miller Bragg, it looks like he is checking out of the ball game for a moment.
Yeah, important for the Westlake defense to make a stand here. They're up 7 points here in the third quarter. A little back and forth of turnovers. Now Dripping Springs with an opportunity to tie the ball game up.
2nd down and 7. Defense looking to hold here and now. Early movement, and this one's going to be a false start against Dripping Springs. Lots of early movement here. And that's another pre-snap penalty. 3rd penalty on Dripping Springs here. All 3, or 2 of those 3 on the offensive line on false starts.
Yeah, really negates that good first down play there by Jason Goda to get down the field, make it 2nd and 5. Now it comes back. Now it's going to be 2nd and 11.
2nd down. Yeah, make it 12. Back to basically between the 29 and 28-yard line. 9 minutes straight up to play in the third quarter. Both teams exchanging interceptions. Westlake turning away the first drive on the 2nd play. Now with the tip drill. Back to pass on 2nd and 12. And this one caught by Cooper Reed, who is back. He gets drilled out of bounds right at the line to gain. We'll see if he gets the first down or not. They're right there at the marker inside the 19-yard line, but it looks to be about a yard shy. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 after the gain of 11 to Cooper Reed.
Big 3rd down play here for the Westlake defense.
So with that 3rd down and 1, looks at the rush, and now here comes the handoff. Goda actually evades both blitzers and scores from 18 yards out. Oh my goodness, how did Goda escape both defenders that were in the backfield? They had him dead to rights for a loss on the play. It was going to force a 4th down decision. Take a look at this replay as Goda takes on not 1 but 2, shakes them both. Touchdown Drip.
Yeah, wow. It was almost like he met in between Hayes Broadhead and Rhett Henry on that, and just the impact just caused both defenders to fall off, and he takes it to the house.
Point after touchdown by Ian French is up and good, and with 8:34 to play in the third quarter, we're back to a tie ball game. We're tied at 21 from Chaparral Stadium. This is Texas High School football.
Substance abuse doesn't just affect your mind, it harms your heart, liver, and immune system.
It can start as a way to manage stress, but small habits can grow into dependency. Healthy coping strategies like exercise or talking to someone you trust can help.
Addiction doesn't just hurt your health, it affects relationships and can lead to life-altering consequences. Reaching out for support early can make a big difference.
The good news? Prevention is possible. Set limits, avoid risky situations, and focus on routines that help build strength and resilience.
If you're worried about your habits, remember, asking for help shows strength, not weakness.
Support is closer than you think. Talk to a counselor or a trusted friend. You don't have to face it alone.
Together we can break the cycle and protect your health, relationships, and your future.
Take the first step today. Every choice matters, and your health is worth it.
These sponsors are valued community partners of KXAN Simple Health. Get healthy today.
Thomas Henry High School football live as we get a look at the moon here, hovering over Chaparral Stadium, deep in the heart of Austin, Texas. Joe Taylor, Johnny Rogers, Ricky Doyle back with you. Our statistician, Gene Jacobson. Of course, all of the members of the Westlake Technical Entertainment crew providing all the sights and sounds here from the regular season finale, and what a finale it's been. All tied at 21. The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive. The Dripping Springs Tigers on yet another short field. First turnover on downs, and now the turnover via the interception. They go 27 yards in 3 plays, and despite being in the grasp of not 1 but 2 Westlake defenders in the backfield, somehow Goda gets loose and runs for an 18-yard touchdown to tie the ball game up at 21.
And if you're Reese Weiss right now, you need to forget about that last play. It was a fluke, ball gets tipped up in the air, forget about it. The most important play is always the next play.
Right. Short memory, like a goldfish, as fans of the wonderful positive show. And we'll make that point after this. A good swing pass here on first down. Gains 4 yards out to the 29-yard line, and that's Rhett Jenkins. As we take a look at the replay here. I always tell people that's the line from Ted Lasso have the mind of a goldfish. It works on a number of levels. Back to pass on with 8:07. With huge running room, here is Reese Wise. Still on his feet, makes a cut at the 35, rumbles out to the 40, and gets positive yardage out to the 43-yard line. A huge run by Reese Wise.
And we talked about it earlier in the game. If Westlake wants to pick up yards, they need to head north-south, not east and west. Reese Wise doing a great job of making a couple of cuts, and then getting downfield.
Yeah, Brasher and Bettridge taking care of him, but 14 yards down the field, picks up a first down to the 43-yard line, and again looking to run the ball. Nice running room there across the 45 to the 46-yard line for Chase Broadhead. And Will Twardowski is slow to get up. He's getting up. Looks like he's going to go back to the line of scrimmage, but for a moment there, it looked like he was shaken up.
Yeah, Westlake cannot afford to lose Twardowski. Can't lose him right now.
And there is no way you're going to pull that guy off the field. After the gain of 3, 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation for Reese Wise, 1 to his left, looking to turn on the play action, quick throw across the middle. That one tipped up in the air, incomplete, and a big hit on Riddell. And I think the sideline wants a huge hit. That's an arguable call right there, and I think in this situation, a defenseless receiver on a ball up in the air, that could have been called. I think it's either way. We'll take a look at the replay to see how serious it was.
At the very least, it's helmet to helmet.
Yeah, that should have been
right underneath the chin.
Yeah, that should have been called, and that's unfortunate. But nonetheless, we've seen a lot of flags not fly tonight in a number of ways. And again, we still don't have a total understanding of that timeout at the end, and now how big is that at the end of the second quarter. But nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 7. 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Reese Wise back to pass, looking to throw, fires. That pass caught for a first down. They should give him positive yardage to the 45-yard line, and they're going to come up and mark it off correctly. I thought for a moment they were going to back it up a little bit, but that is right on the money from Reese Wise. Good poise after the no call on the helmet-to-helmet personal foul in the middle, but Newhouse comes up with a huge catch. And it's first down. Now Wise going to run it on first down. Good blocking, has room across the 40. And Johnny, I had to tell you this, they had not run Reese Wise a whole lot in these first 8 to 9 games. I think that was kind of by design. This is a really powerful way to use your quarterback and to create some space in the run game. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd down and 5 at the 40.
Yeah, we've seen Reese Wise run the ball many a time, but you're right. It seems like this is a big point of emphasis for the Westlake offense here in the second half.
So on the snap on 2nd and 5, they hand it off. Again, big running room, bruising running from Sebastian Hanault. Hanault very close to the first down, just shy of the 35-yard line at the 36. And, I mean, it is inches away from that line to gain. So it's 3rd and half a foot. I mean, we're talking very close here on 3rd down and 1. No doubt 4-down territory here in a tie ball game inside 6 minutes to play 3rd quarter.
Yeah, to look for Reese Wise again to take the ball and run it up the middle on this play.
On the shotgun with 3 wide receivers to his left. A check with me situation here for Kirk Rogers. Hanault, the lone setback on the left hip. And they'll look to turn and hand it off to Hanault, who has first down yardage and then some, down to the 32-yard line. And he is hit and hit hard at the end of that play. But everybody on that offensive line a little slow to get up. This is a physical football game here as the ball marked at the 32-yard line. Hansen, who had the interception earlier that led to the touchdown, on the tackle.
Yeah, it looked like that was Jack Cook coming up a little slow there. Another guy that's going to take a lot to get him out of this ball game.
So on 1st down and 10, looking to run the ball, lowering his shoulder there and getting back to the line of scrimmage and falling forward for a yard to the 31 is Hanault.
Yeah, Sebastian, I think they refer to that as angry runs in the NFL. And he's doing his best impersonation of an angry run right there.
They're trying to just take on dudes, initiate the contact. And we've seen that. And him and Hansen go head-to-head, and Hansen winning that one. Holding him to a 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9. Wise now rolling to his left, looking to stop. Pops, fires downfield. One-on-one matchup here into the end zone. And this one just out of the reach of Lawson Grimes. Good coverage downfield as Malachi Agaro is right there with Lawson, and he'll set up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the first half. Getting Reese Wise outside the pocket, again throwing back across the field, just a little bit further away from Lawson Grimes' hands, couldn't make the play.
So on 3rd and 9, Westlake trying to keep the drive alive. They have 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. 4:40 left in the third quarter. They bunch up 3 wide receivers. Wise back to pass on 3rd and 9. Looking, firing towards the sideline. Lots of contact and a shove. And I'm not too sure what in the world the line judge didn't see there. My goodness. That's good coverage until Liam Lawson basically puts his hands on the waist of Jack Newhouse. Take a look at this route. Newhouse is there. This is a catch. His hands are on him as the ball is on the way. Again, a lot of no calls in this ball game, and it's 4th and 9 for Westlake. Man, I do not understand what the officials are seeing here this evening.
Yeah, Liam Lawson with a little bit of a taunt over towards the Westlake sidelines after that, but brings out the field goal opportunity.
So 48-yarder for Nolan Bartley. Not much wind to affect it. Good snap, good hold. It is on the way, and it is no good. Again, just misses to the right. So 4:29 left here in the third quarter, and I am stunned that Westlake is not still on the field after that very interesting no call. So the possessions will change. Let's go down to the sidelines. Ricky, it has been interception, some very questionable no calls. You have the hit over the middle that wasn't called on the helmet to helmet. Just a lot of things going on here in this ball game in the third quarter.
No question about it, Joe. From my perspective, it certainly looked like the contact got there early on that 3rd down play, but it's not just that play. This game has gotten incredibly physical here in the third quarter coming out of the locker room. The line of scrimmage, we've seen the lineman getting up a little slow, but very physical down here, guys.
And Jason Gota just getting drilled. Take a look at this replay. Thanks so much, Ricky. Appreciate your insights there. Look at this handoff, and then boom. Just lowering his shoulder. That is Ben Jones that came in and made that tackle. Beautiful tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1, and Ricky said it. This has turned into an incredibly physical game, and there's a lot that's going on where the officials have decided, hey, into the regular season, this is your finale. Let's find out what we're made of. 2nd down and 11. Ames back to pass. Tries to dump it off. This pass caught, and then Mason Laster delivering the boom up front. Beautiful pass. It was almost tipped. Montgomery's going to get credit for the catch and the loss back to the 29. 3rd down and 12. Ames trying to run quickly, and now the timeout's going to be called by Westlake because a last minute substitution here, and they were late getting on the field. So with that, we'll take a timeout. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand. The fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
When an 18-wheeler hits, nothing else matters. The damage is massive. The injuries are life-changing. Trucking companies move fast to protect themselves. You need a law firm that moves faster. For over 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has taken on the biggest trucking companies in Texas and won. Because in cases this serious, experience isn't optional, it's everything. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Be ready year-round with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
From the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Welcome back. Thomas J. Henry High School Football Live, powered by Independence Title, proud sponsors of Westlake Nation. Joe Taylor joining you here live in the Plains Capital broadcast booth alongside Johnny Rogers, Ricky Doyle down on the sidelines. It's been interesting, to say the least. Westlake down to a timeout, but again, they do have the 2-minute timeout as well at the end of the fourth quarter. Now on 3rd down and 12. Back to pass. Ames hit as he throws. This pass caught by Bloomgren, and it's caught for a 1st down. There were 2 defenders that didn't see the ball get out. The only one that saw it was Bloomgren, and he just went back to the ball and caught it. I have a feeling that if Hayden Clark or Thompson Bennett looked up, they might have had another pick.
Yeah, it looked like there could have been an offensive line holding that wasn't called. That these referees are letting these guys play tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. It is, man, you talk about physical. There's a lot going on 1st down and 10 after the big catch. It's a gain of 17. High snap. The give to Gota. Gota looking for running room. Doesn't have much of it. Kind of chisels his way to a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And that defensive line and the linebackers, again, undersized but playing well as they pursue the run. See a good look there of Tate Lung, and now the handoff in the middle of the defense here, and not much going on. And now Clark getting kind of tossed out of there. Mason Laster kind of getting tossed out of there after the short gain. Got it for another gain of about 1.5 yards or so.
We talked about it before the game. Westlake has to figure out a way to get off the field on 3rd down.
Good play right there in the middle of the defense. I believe that's Holden Helms that came in on that back play. He's lined up as an outside linebacker on this side. So Helms now getting an opportunity to play on 3rd down and 7. Big opportunity here for both ball clubs. Tie ball game with 2:07 left. High snap, here comes the rush, and this one somehow makes it out of the hands of the quarterback, and Chase Ames just saved the Dripping Springs offense from a major development. Man, look at this. On the high snap, Colton Fromberg got there, and then the sandwich happened, and somehow the junior quarterback had the presence of mind to just heave the ball. Dangerous decision, but I think he saw Bloomgren downfield and knew that that path was safe. Punting time as Westlake trying to get off the field. Got some good news, and we'll make this point as the possessions change. Got some great news for the Westlake volleyball program. We'll share that in just a moment. Clean snap, here comes the rush. Punting it away is Pettis. And at the 14-yard line, making the catch across the 20 to the 25-yard line before Riddell, who has had a rough night. He has been flung around like a rag doll. But got some good news for Westlake volleyball fans. In the 6A Region 4 Division I semifinal down at Wimberley High School earlier this evening, the Westlake volleyball program moves on. They will be one half of the Region 4 final as they are one step away from capturing a region championship and making their move to the state tournament. Congratulations to Miguel Saenz, Carrie Ann Jaime, and the entire staff, and of course all of the players victorious tonight over Steele, 3-1. And that screen pass to Chase Broadhead, in and out of the hands. He tried to turn and run before he had control of it, and it's incomplete, sets up 2nd down and 10. But a great, great night for Westlake volleyball. A 3-1 win over Steele on the road down in Wimberley in the region semifinal. More good news as Westlake women's basketball debuted tonight. Big win for them as Vicki Benson, Tamia King, and the crew, 50-27 win over Hendrickson. Big pass here. Jack Newhouse takes the pass across midfield, headed to the 40, headed to the 30, headed to the 20. One man there. He brings him down. A huge game-changing play as threading the needle is an understatement. Reese Wise with a bullet between 2 defenders, and Newhouse takes it down inside the 10-yard line to the 9.
Westlake getting up on the ball real quick. They want to run another play here.
Liam Lawson makes the tackle from behind. It's a gain of 66, trying to run hurry up here are the Shaps, and they run straight ahead down to the 6-yard line. Man, 66 yards and through the needle.
Looks like Twardowski coming off the field, number 60, Diego Hidalgo, coming in.
Yeah, he played last week as the backup center, and nobody noticed in the 71-7 win over Del Valle. So Reese and Diego have worked well together, thrown in into a much different situation. On 2nd down and 6 as they look at Tuardo. On the snap, Reese Wise trying to path his way to the end zone. Powers in as he lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Reese Wise goes. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night, and the Chaparrals reclaim the lead.
Yeah, it looks like Westlake has a player down.
That was Sebastian and all, but he's popped up and run off, so that's good. And he's running off on his own power. Man, everybody trying to make this work. Twardowski
looks like he cramped up. They were trying to stretch him out there on the sidelines. Hopefully he can bounce back. But
this lead block by Sebastian and all, my goodness, what a run as Reese Wise picks up 6, extra point up and good. With 54 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Westlake responds with a touchdown run by Reese Wise. 28-21 your score. We'll be back after this. This is Texas High School football. See what happens here on 3rd and 20. 2 wide receivers each way. Murphy back to pass. Flush left. Here comes Garcia. Garcia trying to wrap him up. He can't do it. Murphy escapes. Murphy looking downfield. Murphy fires. That pass is caught inside the 10-yard line by little Jordan Humphrey. Don't go anywhere. There's 8 seconds left, and it's 1st and goal, Southlake Carroll. 1st and goal from the 9.
Watch the fade pass to Farrar down here.
5 seconds remaining. Final play of the game. Looking left. Murphy fires towards the end zone. That pass is juggled and dropped. It's no good. No good. Westlake, for the first time in program history, has defeated the Southlake Carroll Dragons. This time, the Birds slay the Dragons at home to open it up in the 2015 season. We welcome you back. The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive. The Chaparrals go 75 yards in 4 plays, 66 of it on probably the catch of the regular season. Bartley puts his right leg into this one, sidewinds this one deep out of the back of the end zone. Okay, folks, here it is. Re-rack it. And we get a chance to look at this replay, and it is brilliant. Between 2 defenders, take a look at this, right into your living room, slicing between 2 defenders. And right there defensively in the middle of the field was Colton Tripp, and that ball just, nothing but a vapor trail on that ball. Possibly one of the best passes Reese has thrown, not only tonight, but all year.
Not one of. That was the best. He hits him right in stride, maybe a touch behind him, but Newhouse able to come down with it and just start running. Almost took it to the house.
28-21 your score. Westlake with 54 seconds left in the third quarter leads this one in a back-and-forth matchup. Ames looking to throw, fires downfield, doesn't have anybody there. Man down. This one in the middle of the field. And the back judge was looking right at it. The field judge was looking right at it. No flag as it was kind of just contacted midfield. And I saw it that's what we're trained to do as play-by-play guys. When the ball goes deep and there's nobody there, you look immediately to the route. When Montgomery came out of his route, there was nobody around him. I think he just tripped at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Thompson Bennett found himself with a handful of jersey. Fortunately for the Westlake defense, it was not called.
2 wide receivers each way. On 2nd down and 10. Back to pass is Ames. Looking to throw. Fires downfield. Has a man. It's Montgomery. He makes the catch. Montgomery, their huge spin move. Still on his feet. At the 15 to the 10. Cuts it back into the end zone. Touchdown, Dripping Springs. Oh my goodness. Big play for James Montgomery. Wow, what a catch.
Very reminiscent of a heavyweight boxing match here, going blow for blow. Montgomery would not be denied on that pass play.
Oh, man, what a catch and run after the catch. Ames, with guys at his face, just a beautiful ball. Got behind Eric Abraham. Bennett is there, tried to make the play. He shucked off Bennett again, spun his way around Holden Helms. And with that, French adds the extra point. 34 seconds left in the third quarter, and we're back tied at 28. Whew. Having fun yet? This is Texas high school football.
Lesson on what makes a burger mighty fine. Well, you got to start with a quarter or a half pound of daily ground all-natural Angus beef, and it's all about variety. You pick yellow, white, red, or heck, all of them. They've got options as wide as the Texas sky. Add some fresh-cut crinkle fries and a hand-dipped Bluebell milkshake, and that, my friends, is a lesson on being mighty fine. And that's mighty fine.
Thomas Henry High School Football Live, and it has been a back-and-forth matchup here, and maybe it is the moon, who knows, but right now we're tied at 28. The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive, 2 plays, 75 yards, and Montgomery with a 75-yard touchdown run after the catch was brilliant. 34 seconds left, and French bombs this one out of bounds, and with that, the Chaparrals take over in a tie ball game here at 28. Joe Taylor alongside Johnny Rogers. Let's go down to the sidelines and Ricky Doyle. Ricky?
Oh, guys, you said it going into that break. It's like a boxing match. The momentum swings crazy down here on the sideline, as you would expect. Westlake scores, they're going nuts, and then immediately a Dripping Springs answer. But I'll tell you what, a really cool moment before that last drive. Tony Salazar out on the field with Hayden Clark coaching up the sophomore DB. Really fun to see the head coach out there like that.
Yeah, he's forever a DB coach. Let's make that very clear. So, final 34 seconds of the third quarter, back tied at 28. Little tap pass here. Drip reads it perfectly behind the line of scrimmage, and a big tackle made on Braden Riddell. As he loses yardage on what technically is a passing play, a loss of 5 back to the 21, or a loss of 4 back to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, good news for Westlake. Will Twardowski back out on the field.
That is a welcome sign. Operating behind the chains for the moment, as Westlake finds itself on 2nd and 14, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. 4 fingers go up in the air as we head to the fourth quarter, tied at 28. We'll be back after this. This is Texas High School football.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
Shift into a more affordable auto loan by refinancing with A-Plus FCU, Austin's best credit union. With our A-Plus Beat Your Rate offer, save 1% APR or more off your current auto loan rate and get on the road to living your A-Plus life. With lower monthly payments, less interest, and a faster loan payoff. Apply today at aplusfcu.org/beatyourrate.
Well, there's the Drew Brees retired jersey number. Austin Face and Body, proud sponsors of Westlake Nation. Let's see if we can get a shot of the field here on our television coverage, as right now being honored at the 40-yard line is Dr. Newt Hassan, a retired surgeon, and it is 40 years of service to Westlake football, and if we could get a camera on Doc Hassan at the 40-yard line, that would be spectacular, so that we could share this moment on television. There we go, as you can see a man that does not like to be talked about at all. The most humble man I know, but one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Chaparral fans. 40 years of service as the team doctor into retirement at every game, at every practice. He was even coming to practice in games while waiting for a heart transplant. His heart bleeds red, white, and blue, and there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
In fact, Dr. Hassan postponed heart surgery because he was afraid he was going to miss too much of the Westlake football games and practices. I remember when I was playing for Westlake back in the mid-90s, and Dr. Hassan was a fixture on the sidelines, always there for us. He's one of the great assets to Westlake football, and it's great to see him being recognized.
When you talk about ambassadorships to the great game of high school football here in Westlake, there are 2 people that you think about first, and it's Newt and Pan Hassan. Thank you so much, and now we're back to action here on 2nd down. Reese Wise looking to run the ball out past the 26-yard line, I should say on 2nd and 14, a big run back to the original line of scrimmage out to the 26-yard line, as Westlake now faced with a 3rd and long situation here, playing behind the chains. 28 all, as the Chaparrals have the ball at their own 26-yard line. .30 seconds into the fourth quarter, Rhett Jenkins in motion, completes the slot to the left. Reese looking to throw on play action, rolls to his right, looking, has a man wide open. That pass caught by Lawson Grimes, and he gets out of bounds quickly there. In pursuit defensively was the free safety Gage De Los Santos, and another big catch underneath the defense here for Lawson Grimes, who is quietly having his best game of the season.
Yeah, that was great pitch and catch right there. Grimes knew exactly where to get to, got to it. Nice pass by Reese Wise.
A 12-yard pickup here, and now Chase Broadhead churning his feet, rumbling outside the 45, refusing to go down to the 46-yard line, and a big gain on 1st down, and that's what you want. An opportunity here, and now some extracurricular activity And once again, right in front of the officials. I'm not sure what the field judge is looking at, but that was clearly a hit after the play was over, and we've got an injured player down. Johnny, and again, we are not normally so openly critical. Generally, when we talk about this stuff, it's the amount of penalties. Tonight, the theme is incredibly simple. There are penalties that are blatant, egregious, and not getting called.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're looking at. You're correct in that matter, but it's like they, let them play, so to speak. But at some point, you've got to call it when it's right in front of your face.
The field judge is at the 45. The play is over. The whistle is blown. And then Will Hesse is literally tackled to the ground. There was no extracurricular activity there, but good news here is Will Wright, the talented defensive end, 6 foot, 245-pound senior, up on his own power, walking it off. And again, possibly because of the unseasonably warm weather, we're dealing with more cramps, and we've seen that. It's almost like it's the first week of the season for some of these guys who have been practicing in cool weather, and then tonight kind of heating up to about 85, 86 when the sun went down.
Yeah, and you're going to see the temperature start dropping further into the weekend. But tonight, you're right, it was 94 degrees this afternoon at one point. So hopefully these guys have been hydrating, but we're seeing some more cramping happening in the game.
Second down and two wide receivers to the left of the formation. Back to passes. Reese, tons of time. Looking, fires downfield, has Lawson Grimes. This one caught. Lawson shakes his receiver. He's into the end zone. Shakes the defender, and Westlake has once again broken this tie. Lawson Grimes with his second touchdown reception of the night. Didn't I say quietly having one of his best games? Not so quiet. A big strike of 54 yards and a score. Touchdown Westlake.
And you got to tip your hat here to the Westlake offensive line on that play. Reese Wise had a ton of time to get his feet set, roll out to the right, and throw the ball. Hits Grimes perfectly in stride, shakes off a defender, and takes it to the house.
Point after touchdown is good. 10:50 left here in the fourth quarter. Westlake 35, Dripping Springs 28. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
When a company vehicle hits you, the fight isn't just against the driver. It's against the corporation and their insurance team. Their goal is to protect themselves. Ours is to protect you. At Thomas J. Henry, we've handled some of Texas's toughest company vehicle cases. With over $1 billion recovered for our clients in the last 4 years, we have the results and the experience to back us up. When big companies cause big problems, we get big results. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
I think we're out of tortillas.
We can manage, right?
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time.
Oh, that's Favor with our HEB Now order.
When it's got to be HEB and it's got to be now, Favor brings you HEB Now.
Bologna taco.
Get 15 items in as little as 45 minutes. Favor, how Texas orders.
The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive for the Westlake Chaparrals. Reese Wise hooking up with Lawson Grimes for a gain of 54. They go 75 yards in 5 plays after starting behind the change. Remember, it was second down and 14. And the Chaparrals able to get on the board with a big play themselves. Last 2 plays that went for touchdowns. They're falling on the ground. That should be, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is once again an egregious missed call, but the return out to the 45-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, he fell. The intended return man fell at the goal line, and they did not call it. He got up and ran. There is a beanbag at the 1-yard line. Let's see if his knee hits the ground or not. I cannot believe, I apologize for my silence on that, but if we can get the replay here, I believe he falls down at the goal line. Oh, wow, he did not.
Kept his knees up.
He kept his knees up. What a return by the sophomore, Frank Aceta. Man, that one little wiggle somehow, we're talking inches off the turf where that would have been a major problem. Instead, it's a return out to the 48-yard line. A 48-yard return from the goal line. Now Ames looking to run. Hit as he throws. Downfield, wide open, touchdown. Oh, my goodness, this game just won't stop. Merrick Bloomgren on the busted coverage. And Ames comes up a bit lame. But what a grab there. Another blown coverage for Westlake as Ames looks like he's okay. He's jogging off the field under his own power. But take a look at this. He is drilled as he threw this ball. And nowhere near it, the Westlake defense. 52 yards and a score. And Ian French is on to tie it up. Man, this game is now tied. 10:32. And we're tied at 35. Let's go down to the sidelines. Ricky, I hope we took our blood pressure medicine. We might have to check in with Doc Hassan on that too, Ricky.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Joe. I mean, man, what a show these two quarterbacks are putting on, though. Ames stood in the pocket on that one and just got drilled. But I tell you what, when you're down here on the sidelines, these Dripping Springs wide receivers are huge. A couple of huge targets for him to throw to. Just laid it out there. And you just get the feeling that whoever has the ball last in this one, guys, I know it's a football cliche, but that's the way it feels tonight.
Man, what a run of, and this is where it gets interesting. I mean, there is a world where the football gods are shining and shining brightly on Dripping Springs. I mean, right there, it kind of looks like his knee's down. Right, and it's there. Right in front of this official that is 8 feet away. My goodness. And kudos to the Jumbotron operator for showing, again, no replay here, but man, you have to be better than that. And again, I get that it's bang, bang, but that turns into a 48-yard return, and then it turns into a 52-yard touchdown from Eric Bloomgren, who is just an insane player. And I know that the Naval Academy is one of those prestigious offers that you can get from a Division I school. But kids, Merrick Bloomgren, and this is no disrespect to the Naval Academy, he is way better than an academy player. This kid can absolutely ball. And if you're a Power 4 Division I coach looking for a third down target, there's a guy in Dripping Springs that we need to talk to you about. So with that, the M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive, it took one play. It was 52 yards after the questionable 48-yard return. And on the touchback, Westlake will start at their own 25-yard line with the game tied at 35.
Yeah, not going to be a very pleasant game review experience for the Westlake defensive backs. Multiple blown coverages there. There was nobody around Bloomgren right there when he caught the pass. And now both quarterbacks well over 300 yards passing each, just blow for blow here in the fourth quarter.
First down and 10 and a half minutes left. 433 yards for Westlake, 432 for Dripping Springs. Reese Wise running with the football in the misdirection. Gains of about a yard, sets up second down and 9.
Yeah, it looks like if he'd handed the ball off to Chase Broadhead there, he had a pretty clear lane, but decided to keep it, wants to make sure that ball is safe and secure in his hands. But here you're looking at second and about 8. I think they're going to look to get downfield, maybe go back to Newhouse out on the outside.
So with that, on second down, Wise on the snap. Play action, here comes the rush, and he is taken down. It looks like that play was kind of busted from jump. Looked like it was a mistimed effort, and down behind the line of scrimmage, back inside the 25-yard line at the 24 is Reese Wise. Good play there defensively by the Dripping Springs Tigers up front. That was Miles Kennedy that kind of shot through and made the tackle here in the backfield. First time we've really seen Wise go down in the grass behind the line of scrimmage tonight.
Sets up a big third down here for the Westlake offense.
Third down and 11, 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Westlake has been good on third down tonight. Third down conversion, 7 of 11. Back to pass, Reese Wise looking, tons of time, fires, and this one contact all the way. Will the flag get thrown? And I tell you right now, this is getting close. Tony Salazar has a point. And just like we've talked about it on the other side as well, Galen Zimmerman has had some points as well. Take a look at this coverage on the replay when Wise lets this ball go. Before that, on Lawson Grimes, Agaro had a hold of number 1, and there was no call. So punting time here, and the momentum shifts. Back to the Dripping Springs Tigers in a tie ball game with 9:14 left. Now turning it over here is Nolan Bartley, and it's a beautiful punt, and it'll be fielded and taken down immediately at the 35-yard line. Brilliant play there. As for the Dripping Springs Tigers, coming up is Judah Satterfield, the junior wide receiver, and he's tackled immediately by Carson Buchanan. Great play there by Carson.
Yeah, we're going to find out a lot about Westlake's defense here. Hopefully they can kind of have that same mentality as a quarterback. Forget about the last play that you were out there. Settle in. Just make sure nobody's getting behind you at this point.
There have been explosive play after explosive play against arguably two of the top three defenses in this district. Of course, Lake Travis kind of running away with that moniker this year, holding this Dripping Springs offense to 7 points in their 14-7 win a few weeks ago. And then obviously Westlake being held to 10 points by Lake Travis. Now back to pass is Ames on 1st down and 10. Tons of time, dumps it off. Goda makes the catch, eludes one man. Ben Jones slings him out of bounds, and Goda has made quite a few dudes miss tonight. And he might have been stopped for a short gain, but on that missed tackle, he's able to pick up the 1st down, and it's a gain of 12 on the catch.
Yeah, it looked like he fumbled the catch a little bit there, which actually ended up benefiting him because the defender went right past him, as you can see right there. And
that's Holden Helms, that just kind of was a little late to the party. And now on 1st down, they try to swing it out to the far side to Bloomgren. Bloomgren making the catch and then angling out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him out on the Chaparral side of the field at the 48-yard line. So a small gain on the quick pitch to Bloomgren. Hats off to both of these teams. Matching haymaker to haymaker. It's been a fun one to watch. It's been a fun one to listen to probably as well. On 2nd down and 6. The turn on the play action. Ames rolls out, still looking, trying to. This one is going to be caught by Cooper Reed, and now a flag comes in. And this will be called on. Well, this is going to be an eligible man downfield. So the line judge jumping in. I'll tell you what, when it comes to illegal man downfield, these officials see that. That's the 3rd illegal man downfield call of the night. So that benefits the Westlake Chaparrals, especially in the down and distance category, because it was 2nd and 11. It's going to back it up to 2nd and 16 and bring the ball back into Tiger territory. Man, I tell you what.
It looks like a 5-yard penalty right there, so it should be about 2nd and 12 here.
Yeah, folks, so they give him the credit for the catch and then enforce the penalty. That's right. Yeah, so back to 2nd and 12. 8:35 left in this one. Man, 2.5 hours into this one. Instant classic for sure. 35 all as Cooper Reed goes in motion. Back to pass is Ames, looking to throw. He gets tripped up, rolls out of it, stops, still looking downfield. Closing is the defense, and Westlake takes care of it. What a play in the open field on Ames, who probably should have thrown the ball, but what an effort there by the Chaparral defensive tackle Jack Burnham, who's filling in for the injured Maddox Flint. Heck of an effort right there for Burnham.
Yeah, I mean, quarterback did a really good job of scrambling to give himself some more time. That's a credit to the Westlake defensive backs who were staying on the receivers. He really had nowhere to go. Had enough time there for Burnham to come and track him down.
Tied at 35, 7:45 left, 3rd down and 15.
The fans are into it right now.
4 wide receivers in the package, 2 each way. On the snap on the play action, Ames looking to throw. Holding, but no call. Thrown, caught, and it's nowhere close to a 1st down. My goodness, what do you have to do? Did a flag finally get thrown?
No, you got Salazar about halfway onto the field doing the holding call.
Yeah.
He can't even understand what's going on here.
Look at this suplex, headlock, whatever. If you're a WWE fan, watch this. My goodness. It's almost like we had a memo go out to the Texas Association of Sports Officials and say, guys, if you're down in Austin, keep your flags in your holster tonight.
Let them play.
Goodness.
Big 4th down here.
4th down and 15, tied at 35 inside 7 minutes. Dripping Springs fine with giving it up near midfield. Inside, and it's going to draw a timeout from Dripping Springs. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
First down
At
and a half.
Happy Honda, it's all about great volume, volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CRV, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
I said 4th down and 15. Unfortunately, it is not the case. It is actually 4th down and 4. There was a catch made, and I think all of us are still enthralled by the fact that there was a massive holding call. Tony Salazar, if the holding penalty was going to get called, he was going to decline it anyway because it's 4th down. But nonetheless, a little bit more exciting here. 4th down and 4, ball at the 46-yard line in Chaparral territory. Out of the Dripping Springs timeout, Ames back to pass. Here comes the rush. He steps up, fires downfield into double coverage, and this one is going to be a clear pass interference call on Cooper Reed. And honestly, in that situation, that's the right call because they finally threw a flag, and it is an accurate call. Now, the question is, who are they going to call it on, and was there any kind of repercussions?
Defense, number 5.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Hayden Clark. So, with that, after all that hasn't been called, that one just too egregious and too textbook. You knew we were going to get multiple flags on that one.
There was a hold right there on 87 coming out of the left side of the field, but yeah, that was pretty blatant.
Yeah, and then, like I said, what are you going to call? Which one are you going to call?
Yeah.
So, in retrospect, you avoid the big play over the top by Cooper Reed, and you give up the first down, but again, at the 31-yard line, 6:43, and the ball game is tied. In that situation, you just got to make sure they don't score. So on the snap out of the pistol formation, Goda going to run with the football, has some room, wiggles his way down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Good gain on first down here by Jason Goda. Kind of lost in the shuffle because of all the big passing plays. Is the effectiveness of the running by Jason Goda.
Yeah, he's already up around 70 yards for the game. Usually Dripping Springs likes to play a little bit more ball control, run the ball a lot more with the big guys up front, but they're letting it fly tonight.
2nd down and 6. 2 wide receivers to the right of the formation here on play action. Ames looking to throw. Now he's chased out. Big running room here. He's going to tuck it inside the 20. Still on his feet. Dancing down the sidelines before coming up and making a huge hit out of bounds is Clark. They want a flag. Clark drilled him when he was absolutely in play. And there is nothing illegal about that play. That's just a good hard play by Clark on a good gain, running the football as Chase Ames picks up 19 yards and a first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal at the 8.
It looked like at the very end he was trying to get out of bounds, but that's just one of those bang-bang plays that if you're the defender, you got to make a stop.
Yeah, you can't. He's tight-roping his way down that left sideline. He's in play, and he's in bounds. And at that point, he's a runner. Bloomgren lined up with Jones on him. They've got doubles on the safety side here on 1st and goal from the 8. Looking to throw to Cooper Reed. He reaches up and makes the catch, and it's child's play for Reed. Touchdown, Cooper. And with that, Dripping Springs reclaims the lead. A gain of 8 and a score to the 6'5" wide receiver. Headed to Arizona State, has not played through the middle part of this season, and he is about as healthy as he can be right now and torching the Westlake defense as Clark shoves him out of bounds after he makes the catch. Now, folks, you got to put this in perspective because as Ian French comes onto the field to add the extra point, good snap, good hold, the kick is through with 5:57 left. We'll make that point on the other side of this timeout. It is Dripping Springs 42, Westlake 35. Back in a moment. This is Texas High School football.
At Howdy Honda, it's all about great volume, volume, and volume. A great volume of inventory with nearly 700 new Honda models to choose from, like Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Accord, and more. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. A great volume of savings with big discounts, incredible lease specials, and even low APR financing options. All of this matched with a great volume of customer service. It's easy to see why we're the #1 volume Honda dealer in Central Texas. Get to Howdy Honda today, where it's all about volume.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert. At Covert Lincoln, we believe modern American luxury should extend beyond the showroom, right to your driveway. Our white glove service means effortless maintenance with complimentary pickup and delivery. And our state-of-the-art mobile service van comes to you wherever you are. From routine maintenance to minor repairs, we bring expert Lincoln care right to your doorstep. Because at Covert Lincoln, service isn't just convenient, it's seamless. Schedule today and experience the luxury of time well saved. CovertLincoln.com.
The M. Robinson Fine Jewelry scoring drive, 7 plays, 64 yards, and Cooper Reed on 1st and goal from the 8-yard line pulls down an 8-yard touchdown. And Cooper Reed tonight, nothing short of sensational. 11 targets, and on those, 8 targets, and on those 8 targets, 7 catches for 92 yards, 2 scores. And Merrick Bloomgren right there with him with 7 catches, 159 yards, and 2 scores. Ian French kicking this one off, a low line drive that'll be returnable. Picking it up at the 8-yard line, coming out to the 15 to the 17-yard line. And out of bounds there is the up back there. So with that, Westlake with an opportunity here. 5:53 left, and it almost feels like you're getting into that point of the game where if you don't score quickly, you might have to go down and score the game-tying touchdown with just seconds left and send the sucker to overtime, or make a 2-point conversion situation happen. Either way, Westlake on this drive, you got to get 6. Only 1 timeout left for the Shaps, and as they turn, they run the ball out past the 21 to the 22-yard line as Sebastian Alt runs a tough yardage out to the 23. Brasher is the one that makes the tackle.
Yeah, curious to see if Westlake decides to get those swing passes back into play here. They had a lot of success with that in the first half, just hadn't seen it here in the second.
So on 2nd down and 7 after the gain of 3 by Sebastian Alt, Reese going to pass. They pick up the rush, rushes to the right, just going to fire this one out of bounds. And wise pass there, and once again, here we are, 5:21, 3rd down and 7. Dangerous territory here for Westlake as they've got to find a way downfield.
And who on the Westlake offense is going to step up and make a play here because it's needed?
So on 3rd down and 7, what will be dialed up here to try to keep the drive alive? 3 wide receivers in the package, rolling right, looking back left. Reese going to fire all the way back to the wide side of the field, and this is incomplete. Intended for Jack Newhouse, and that is not the play that I think anybody was expecting on 3rd down and 7. A throwback to the opposite field, literally from numbers to the numbers. Very low percentage play, and it was well defended by Dripping Springs, who have forced a 3 and out here, up 42-35.
Well, it looks like there's some miscommunication there. Newhouse thought it was a comeback route on that, and no, Reese Weiss just threw it like it was about to be a fade route.
So Bartley, here comes the rush. They pick it up. Good punt. And it's going to send. This is a fantastic punt. Returnable here at the 15-yard line. Not too sure why Satterfield would want to return it, but he gets enough room to kind of create good field position at the 22-yard line. So with that, good punt, limited return, and Westlake's going to have to find a way off the field and off the field quickly, because one thing that Dripping Springs is not going to be, they will not be in a hurry at all. And right now, you have to kind of wonder how much Dripping Springs wants to put the ball up in the air, up 42-35 with 5:01 to play.
And this is usually when these guys decide that they're going to go ahead and just try to do ball control, go run through the tackles. Goda's have a lot of success tonight. Let's see what they end up doing.
So, Ames takes the snap, they turn, and they hand it off to Goda. Goda with decent running room up to the 25 to the 26-yard line, a gain of 4 to set up 2nd down and 6. And This is where Dripping Springs has been very, very good. They've been running well on first down.
And this is also the point where this offensive line really starts leaning on the defense, and they're picking up a good chunk of change there on first down. So got an open playbook here in the second down.
So on second down and 6, slow to the line as they should be. Dripping Springs with a 7-point cushion here with 4:25 to play in an absolutely no hurry. Second down and 6, 4:20 left. Looking to hand off to Goda. Goda with not much running room and then gets away. First down yardage and more, and then trips up out of bounds. No, he's still running. Is he still in bounds? Yes, he is, and he rumbles all the way to the Westlake inside the 45-yard line. My goodness. Lots of real estate on the far side, and that is a huge play as the clock stops at 4:08.
Yeah, Westlake's going to be kicking themselves multiple plays so far in the second half where they've caught the guy and had him down. They just missed the tackles.
And he stepped out of bounds. Man, if we had replay, we would be changing a lot of plays, but we don't. And it looks like they did correct it, so that's good. Back to the 44-yard line, which is where he stepped out of bounds. Good job by the officials there to recognize where he went out of bounds, even though the play continued. First down and 10 after the gain of 30 yards. They swing it out here to the far side, make one man miss, and now the rest of the red-shirted defenders make their presence known and shove the receiver, Bloomgren, backwards, but gain of about 2 yards on the quick screen pass on the bubble to Bloomgren. Second down and 8, and again, precious time here after that 30-yard run. Picked up the first down. As, once again, huddling up in 2025, if you can believe that. Second down and 8. Ames, kind of a modified pistol here. 2 wide receivers to his right. On the right hash mark, inside 3 minutes to play. The turn, the handoff, and now slipping away momentarily is Goda. Then he falls forward. Goda rumbles down to the 40-yard line. It's going to set up third down as Westlake trying to get off the field here. They've got the 2-minute warning coming up, or 2-minute timeout, whatever your flavor is. And this would be a time for a big, big play. There is too much time differential between the play clock and the game clock. So Dripping will have to snap it here before the 2-minute timeout. 5 wide receivers in the package, and now Montgomery moves to triple up on the right side of the formation. Empty set. Now on the snap, Ames looking to throw and throw quickly. That pass caught for a first down by Goda, and Goda makes the biggest catch of perhaps the night. It's a first down at the 31-yard line. 2:03 left. The Chaparrals will get the benefit of a timeout here in about 3 seconds, but that is a huge, huge pass by Ames. And Dripping Springs in position right now, 42-35, to get their first ever win over Westlake.
Well, Westlake's real fortunate that they tackled him out of bounds, which stops the clock. So hopefully this will give them, they're going to run one more play before the 2-minute warning.
A receiver each way, pistol look here. Ames looking to turn and hand off. And that is the first carry from Lawson Attaway. Attaway picks up 2 yards to the 29, and that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. We will stay here and bring in Ricky Doyle. Ricky, now we're starting to see the writing on the wall here because Dripping has played this beautifully. Now, we have to go back to what we were talking about before an earlier timeout. How big right now, Ricky, is that 3rd and 3 play where the timeout was not awarded to Westlake for some reason? And now how big is that missed call, apparently, allegedly, where the return man's knee hit and it should have been a touchback that led to a 52-yard touchdown? So again, a lot going on here with 1:59 left.
Yeah, a whole lot going on, Joe, and you guys probably saw they showed that knee down up on the big screen here in the stadium during the timeout, and it drew the reaction you might have expected from the Westlake faithful. But I will say, Johnny made the point, going out of bounds there on that last first down might have saved Westlake if they can get a stop here, because Dripping Springs would have been just about able to run the clock out on these plays. So if Westlake's defense can come up with a stop here, they'll have a little time to work with.
Now, Cooper Reed has been an absolute destruction for the Westlake Chaparrals in the last 2 games. The man has just made it a point to take it to the Chaparral defense. And tonight, he might have been too much. But we'll have to see, as he and his teammate Merrick Bloomgren have just been absolutely fantastic. 15 catches between the two of them, 161 yards for Bloomgren. And now looking to hand the ball off. Looked like the runner was stopped right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. And now Westlake will take their final timeout.
Westlake.
And we'll see the replay here. So now it gets interesting. On 3rd down and 8. Attaway got the carry, and he was sandwiched immediately. Rhett Henry and Austin Knapp doing the damage there. So again, it's 3rd down and 10 on the loss of 2. 1:55 left. Westlake with no timeouts. If they can get a stop here, they'll be just over a minute to play when the punt happens. Now, you have to put yourself in...
Or a field goal.
Yeah, they may go for a field goal either way, but you have to remember, looming right now, the snap over the head back in the first half when Dripping Springs got down inside the 10-yard line and had their drive completely halted by an errant snap. Again, not speaking it into, in that way, but these are the things that have happened in this game that have turned tides and turned tides quickly. And you think about all of the little situations. 2 tacklers that had Goda in the backfield on the first touchdown of the 3rd quarter, failed to make the play, and he somehow slipped out of it for an 18-yard touchdown run. You think of all of the blown coverages tonight where explosive plays have been the order of business. Now it comes down to one play. 3rd down and 10 to host a playoff game next week. 3 wide receivers to the right of Ames, 1 to his left. Here's the snap. They're going to play it safe, and Ames is going to run around right in. Knapp is going to tackle him at the 28-yard line, and it'll be actually the 27-yard line, so this will be a field goal opportunity here for Dripping Springs. And for Ian French, this will be a chance to really solidify the lead here if he can make this field goal. And I just don't think there's a world here where you would go for it. And Ames is going over to his offensive coordinator, Al Pena, right now.
Yeah, looks like they're going to let the clock go down as far as they can, call one of their timeouts, and then really make that decision. Do you go for it, or do you let Ian French come out and try to kick the field goal? We've seen he's got plenty of leg.
Yeah.
Accuracy hasn't been great, but you got a timeout here by Dripping Springs.
Yeah,
they're really going to have to get in their bag and see what they want to do.
Yeah, we'll take it as well. Back in a moment with 1:09 left. This is Texas High School football.
Long. 15 or 20 or 25 or whatever.
All right across the middle.
A lot of pressure on the quarterback. Timing play right over the middle in no man's land where a receiver really hates to go. John Pays on the reception.
On the ground, he was able to bring Pays down with his tackle, but it looks like it kind of rang his bell.
From the 50. Breeze back to Pays.
Wide open.
Wide open.
That's a 20.
Ben Pays all the way in for a touchdown. Wow. Oh my. 50-yard play, folks.
Can you get
Breeze
any more open than
on
that?
the money. Pays with his speed and ability to get open. Westlake does not mind going in the middle for a touchdown.
Ian French is going to kick this one from 44 yards out. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Plenty of distance. Did he get it? Yes, he did. From 44 yards out, Ian French has given the Dripping Springs Tigers a 10-point lead. 45-35 is your score. And Westlake on the wrong end of this one as the Dripping Springs Tigers have gotten a lot of moxie in them. They have gotten a lot of moxie. And I'm sorry, yes, that should be a flag. Yeah, we're kind of hanging through the break here as one of the flag.
Well, he slammed the flag into the middle of the W and then did some gestures afterwards that were not very welcome. And Tony Salazar is just out there not too pleased.
Right now, I think if you're Tony Salazar, you have to look at this and go, guys, you did everything we asked you to do, Obviously, they made more plays. But tonight, I think it's very, very clear that the officiating in this game, there was a decision made that this game was going to be called a certain way, and that, unfortunately, has gone the way of the Dripping Springs Tigers in most of the scenarios. You think about all of the things. I mean, really the one that stands out is the missed call in the end zone. I mean, bottom line. Blatant missed call, and I just don't know how it happens. You have multiple holding calls that did not happen. You have just so many things that you can kind of count down, and Dripping Springs has been the benefactor. And it's hard when you put yourself in this situation to tell 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids, hey, this is life, guys. And you were dealt a bad hand tonight, and right now you look like you're about to lose your second game at home in 2025 and lip into the playoffs. But nonetheless, that will be a touchback here with 1:04. And again, you can't really put this one to bed just yet, because the way this game has gone, we could be looking at a 75-yard touchdown and then an onside kick, and things get really interesting.
Well, we know Westlake has the capability to make those big plays. We've already seen that tonight. So Reese Wise going to have to really let the ball loose here. Hopefully for the Westlake Chaparrals, they can get downfield and make some plays.
So on the 25-yard line is where Westlake will start. 64 seconds remain. And how big is that 3 and out with 4 minutes left in the ball game? Again, running the ball on first down when you have to get downfield. Again, I know and understand that you're built to run the football, but in this situation, you got to get downfield and get downfield fast, and you've been having success throwing the football. And for some reason, in these moments, we saw it in the Lake Travis game when it was still very much in play. We're running on first down, and the predictability of those play calls really sets Westlake back a bit. And they're playing with 2 downs instead of 3. Going downfield, here's Rhett Jenkins, and this one almost intercepted as Jenkins and the corner collide as the ball got there. Malachi Agaro almost had himself a pick 6 to end it.
Yeah, and if you look at that play and the throw by Reese Wise, he had to make the decision whether to throw it hard in between the 2 defenders or put a little bit more air underneath it, because it looked like Jenkins may have been able to get past the safety.
So on 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion, back to pass is Wise. Has time, steps up, fires. This one again. Got to call the flag there because it's absolutely clear, as Kyle Daniel was holding on to Braden Riddell the entire time. It's unfortunate, but a no call.
Yeah, the old coaching adage of don't put yourself in a situation to let the referees dictate the game and not get a call your way. But it hasn't been going their way all night long.
So on 3rd down and 10, Westlake down to their final 2 downs. Here comes the rush. Wise steps up in the pocket, fires. That pass incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Westlake comes down to their last play here to try to make something happen. You got 48 seconds left here. You got to dial up a play that you know is going to work. Maybe go back to those crosser packages. Get something down the field.
Westlake needs 10 yards to keep this one alive. 48 seconds away. Now on the play action. Reese stepping up, fires towards the sideline. That pass caught by Grimes. It's a 1st down. Not dead yet to the 45-yard line. The clock will stop at 43 seconds. And it's a gain of 20 for Lawson Grimes.
Yeah, important that Grimes was able to get out of bounds there. Gives Westlake some new life here. 43 seconds left. Got to be looking to continue to take it downfield.
1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line, Westlake territory. They stack up 3 wide receivers to the left of the formation, 1 to the right. Back to pass is Wise. Has time, going to step up, looking, trying to gauge traffic. Now just trying to get out of bounds, and does. Good positive yardage out to the 49-yard line or so. Good gain of 4 on the play. And it'll set up 2nd and 6 here. 36 seconds left. Westlake trying to make this one interesting. Go back to Dripping Springs' 2 plays. 30-yard run by Goda, and then even though the catch went out of bounds, the 2 first downs picked up to get on Westlake's side of the field, huge. And now on 2nd and 7, Wise avoids, now throws, fires. That pass caught by Lawson Grimes at the 40-yard line, and it is caught inbounds for a first down. The clock will stop momentarily, 31 seconds, and now the clock will run at the placement, and Reese Wise will clock the ball. 2 back-to-back catches here, 1 of 20 and now 12, 32 yards in this drive for Lawson Grimes, and quietly right now in a 45-35 effort, he has had one heck of a game, has Lawson Grimes. Grimes with 7 catches for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. Man, huge stat lines in this one, folks. 2 very good teams who very may well meet each other in the region final. Back to pass. Reese Wise, pocket collapsing. He's going to take a fall. 22 seconds now are remaining, and he'll have to get up and immediately clock the ball. He's got to wait for his teammates to come back who are headed toward the end zone. 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds. They get set. Wise going to clock the ball with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, that's the one play that Westlake couldn't afford to happen, is taking the sack there. Not necessarily because of the yards, but it runs the clock down. Westlake, ball's on the 41. This would be a 58-yarder. Might consider kicking the field goal now and go for the onside to make it happen, but Salazar makes the decision that they're going to go ahead and run this play. 4th down and 11.
So with that, 4th down on the snap. Wise looking to throw, has to heave it up for grabs, and it's well out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So the game ends
4 seconds left.
The way that it starts, there's 4 seconds left. They're going to have to come back and actually take a snap. And Westlake is going to lose for the 2nd time at home tonight. And with that, losses to Lake Travis and Dripping Springs. And for the first time in a long time, Westlake drops 2 district games and will finish 3rd in the rankings. And for the Dripping Springs Tigers, hats off. They played a remarkable game. And with that remarkable game, arguably came some help. But a victory formation here, and a victory well-deserved, because who knows what's going to happen with realignment. But this is a startup from 5A to 6A, and Dripping Springs has just defeated the Westlake Chaparrals for the first time in their school history. Fun fact, who was Westlake's first opponent in their 1 game played in 1969 when the school opened? Dripping Springs. Wow. How that game happened and opened, a kickoff return for a score. So to say that there's history here, there is very much history here. But tonight, Dripping Springs making some history of their own with their first ever win over Westlake, and they do it at home here at Chaparral Stadium. So for the first time since the UIL issued a ruling that the high seed would have a home game, Westlake will not host a home game. As we go down to the field, Ricky Doyle is with Tony Salazar. Coach.
Joe, thank you. Coach, I know not the way you want the seniors to go out on the home field, but that's a heck of a football game tonight. What's the message to the team after this one?
Got out coached, got outplayed. 2nd half, we didn't show up and finish the game like we needed to. And hats off to them. They played a good 2nd half, a whole lot better than us. And all we can do is, show up in the morning, do it again, see if we can't find a rhythm with this football team. Try to find the same guys on the field from 1 week to the next. Just try to keep fighting. See if we can't get on a roll here. Playoffs, we don't got another week, so we got to see the urgency for our football team, from our staff.
The reality is, though, it's a new season. This is the playoffs. Anything can happen. Is that how you help the team refocus?
Yeah, it's 1 week at a time now. There's nothing else to look ahead to. It's a 1 game. And so obviously we'll show up tomorrow morning. We'll heal some bumps and bruises. We'll show up on Monday morning with a good plan and see if we can't get these guys pumped up about going to play in the playoffs.
All right, Tony, thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, back up to you.
Thank you very much. Welcome back into the Plains Capital broadcast booth. Joe Taylor, Johnny Rogers. Well, what can you say? A game that went back and forth and back and forth, and in the end, Dripping Springs making more plays than Westlake. And again, really, Cooper Reed and Merrick Bloomgren really providing the difference. Chase Ames finding the 2 6'4" and 6'5" wide receivers Death to the Westlake defense as they lose tonight here at home to close out the regular season. Dripping Springs with a huge win. They go 9-1, first ever victory over Westlake.
Yeah, and I hope for the Westlake football team, they learned something from this loss. If you don't take anything away, then it's almost like a second defeat. But I wonder if this game will, the adversity that they faced here will do them well as they move into the playoffs. Obviously not getting the home field advantage next week, but we'll see who they end up playing. And for the Westlake team, I think you regroup, you come back, as Coach Salazar said, you regroup on Monday, you come back with a better game plan, and you move forward. Forget about the loss, move forward into the playoffs.
And for the Dripping Springs Tigers, they get to host. So that creates a very interesting situation about when they will play as we leave you with highlights here and, of course, the school song. For Westlake, it's already ingrained. An overtime win for Vandergrift tonight means they are the 1 seed in Division II, means they will host. So we go back to the campus of Vandergrift for the first time since Vandergrift was in the district. And as we leave you with highlights, that's what we have. And so we don't know when, we don't know what time, we don't know what day, but we do know who the opponents are. It'll be Westlake and Vandergrift to play in the Bi-District Championship Series. Dripping Springs on the other side, there's a couple of things that have to happen, but we'll know more about that. But Dripping Springs will host, whether it be Thursday or Friday, we will know then. But hats off to both of these teams. They played an absolute slugfest tonight. And bottom line, Dripping Springs, when it counted, made more plays. And the Tigers will leave Chaparral Stadium for the first time in school history as winners over Westlake High School as they win tonight, 45-35. For Ricky Doyle and, of course, Johnny Rogers and Gene Jacobson and the entire crew, it's our final home game here at Chaparral Stadium in the 2025 campaign. Hats off to Westlake Technical Entertainment crew, along with their great leadership group and David Poole and Jeff Strange. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. I know this is not the way y'all wanted to go out either, but in the end, Westlake moving on into their playoffs. And you got to remember, this is historic because for the Chaps, this is their 42nd appearance in school history and 38th consecutive trip to the playoffs. For Dripping Springs, they're looking to go further than they did a year ago. That 8-4 finish, which in that loss to Harlan in the area championship. So good luck to Dripping Springs. Good luck to Westlake. We'll see you on the other side for the Bi-District Championship. Your final score, Dripping Springs 45, Westlake 35. This is Texas High School football.